The following is a presentation of Saginaw Spirit Hockey. The Spirit are set to take the ice. But first, get all the game day information you need. It's time for Countdown to Face-Off on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey, WSGW.
Divide Cup, the in-state rivalry, the in-state series between the two Michigan OHL teams, the Flint Firebirds and the Saginaw Spirit. Recently, it had been all Saginaw, but in this season series so far, here through 3 games, it has been all Flint up 3-0 in the Coors Light I-75 Divide Cup Series. Hi, everybody. We welcome you here inside Saginaw, inside the Dow Event Center, and up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. My name's Dylan Clark. So happy you could be with us here tonight. Spirit alum Brad Waltz will be with us later on in the broadcast, but what a season series it's been between these two hockey teams so far. Anything but boring. 1 game, 1 goal contests every single time. We've seen shootout winners. We've seen overtime winners. We've seen tight back and forth battles in Flint at the Dordt Financial Center. That was the only game that ended in regulation back on October the 18th. We saw a disallowed overtime goal that was later ruled it should have been in the back of the net. Nick Sema scoring with 0.3 of a second left, but the result could not be overturned. That was the most recent meeting between these two teams, so it begs the question, what are we going to see here tonight? It's anybody's guess, but we're certainly excited to go along on this journey and find out with you. We'll take a look at the numbers. Our matchup here between Saginaw and Flint, like we said, a tight season series, but the Firebirds have come away with wins in all 3. They're rolling as of late. 6 wins out of their last 7 hockey games. They are right now the 3rd place team in the OHL's West Division, moving up 6th place in the Western Conference. Saginaw will be without Ryan Hanrahan. He is at the U17 World Hockey Challenge. Such is the case for Flint's Charlie Murat, a couple of standout rookies on this hockey team. And, of course, the scoring race will be led by Nathan Aspinall and Nikita Klepov. One of our players to watch, Nathan Aspinall, as well, as we get into that. Just 1 week removed from signing his entry-level contract with the New York Rangers, who picked him in the 5th round in the 2024 NHL Draft. 4 points in just 2 games against the Saginaw Spirit this season. Leads his team with 14 points and sitting at 99 points in his OHL career. Nathan Aspinall has been a force for the Flint Firebirds this year, all season long, but especially against the Saginaw Spirit as well. And on the Saginaw side of things, we alluded to the disallowed overtime goal back on October the 19th. It was Nick Sema, who is still, as a result, looking for his first goal against the Flint Firebirds in his career. 4 helpers on the career games played, 19 of them against Flint. 7 points in 12 games against Saginaw, or for Saginaw this year, I should say. The overage forward has been one of the standout pieces of this hockey team now for 3 seasons. And if you think anybody's going to be motivated to find the back of the net here in this game, it's probably going to be number 92 in red, white, and blue. Nick Sema leading the way for the Saginaw Spirit here into this Thursday night contest. Lots to be happy about here for Saginaw, though. Winners of 3 straight, a difficult weekend series. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Spirit head coach Chris Lazary talks about the 3 wins on Coach's Corner. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber is your local Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer. Family owned, locally trusted. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at your local Jeep and Ram dealer. Garber, Bay Road, Saginaw. Online 24/7 at GarberCDJR.com.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
So, we're finally ready to plan for retirement, but who do we trust?
Our friends at TriStar Trust. They've been here for 25 years right here in our community, and they'll be here for the next 25.
That's the kind of team I want in my corner.
TriStar Trust helps you plan your retirement, manage your investments, and build the future you've been dreaming of. Because when it comes to your goals, it's your time to shine. Visit TriStarTrust.com.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Scott Seaman to create your personal price plan today. Find space at Frankenmuth Spring Hill Suites, where you can savor your time away with the little extras that are included. Each studio suite features extra room to spread out when on the road with your family or your team. Airy beds are piled high with pillows for that little bit of extra comfort. And an innovative 3-in-1 trundle sofa provides even more sleeping options. Book your next stay at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, where every room is more than a room.
Now, get inside analysis directly from the Spirit coaching staff. This is Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner on this Thursday night as the Spirit take on the Flint Firebirds once again here from the Dow Event Center, joined by Spirit head coach Chris Lasry. And Coach, 3 wins in your back pocket and a come-from-behind victory against the top team in the OHL on Sunday. What does that tell you about the group of guys you have to win it in that fashion?
Yeah, we've been saying a lot, like our slogan a little bit, it's been just be gritty, be savages, so gritty savages. I thought real good job. Like they score, and I think the biggest one was like Jokin comes right out of the box within 10 seconds. It's back to a 1-goal game, but that Thoyer line and Papoy, and then Veli gets that goal. Like that net scramble goal was big, and then the goalie out and just like staying with it. We've been asking our guys just to continue the battle they have. Like it was impressive to see. That's one of the tougher rinks to play in and win in, and for those guys to do that, it's pretty impressive.
To pick up the 3 wins like that against Erie, Owen Sound, and Windsor, what were some of the habits that you liked that were consistent throughout the weekend? And is there anything out of that weekend that you want to maybe see some things change?
Yeah, I still think like our transition game has some like more layers to it. I think it's slow from what we're used to, just getting pucks north quick and keeping us on the attack. We've been focusing on that, just little things like not reaching. And in Windsor yesterday, we looked at the video as a team, like the reaching clips, the losing the on top, the just having to be more firm and win lines to the puck, like little things like that against good teams or big teams that just makes them defend and slows them down and doesn't give them zone time. Like just focusing on that. So when you lock into those good teams, like you have those skills in your bank on top of your skill. So I thought we've been doing a good job. There's a lot of good little things happening with our group. Guys are developing and taking steps, and it's exactly what we're looking for.
No Ryan Hanrahan tonight. He is with Team Canada right now at the U17 World Challenge. Just how much does that change your bottom six as he's kind of coming to his own here?
Yeah, my man Hanny playing for Canada. I know he's pretty excited. We're wishing him well. We'll keep an eye on him for sure. But yeah, he's a loss. Like he's still 15-year-old kid that has a big impact on this lineup. Second power play guy, plays with a ton of pace, and just having his energy and his character and who he is around the room. Like we definitely miss him, but it's opportunity for other guys now to fill that role and do something with it while he's away.
Well, this will be the first time that we get to see Zach Wilson enter the lineup here after the acquisition earlier this year. What have you seen from him in skate to the team, and what do you expect from a defenseman with a lot of range?
Yeah, steadily improving, good boots, dying for a chance to get into a game. And again, there's going to be a process to this. He's not going to look like he should right out of the gate, but we're going to get him some games here and let him develop. And we think we have a good player there, and we're excited to see what he can do. And I'm excited to get him in the lineup. He's worked hard to get to this point. He's earned the opportunity.
And every game against the Flint Firebirds this year has been entertaining to watch for sure. It's also been 3 straight 1-goal games between these two hockey teams. What makes it such tight hockey out there?
It's the rivalry, one of the best in the OHL. Both teams do not like each other, and everyone wants to win that I-Divide 75 Cup. They're up 3-0, but we're expecting a big game tonight.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Spirit head coach Chris Lasry, Saginaw and Flint here on this Thursday night. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At My Michigan Health, we are committed to our purpose of creating healthy communities together each and every day. It is an honor to serve our neighbors by improving access to care, investing in local organizations and initiatives, identifying and addressing the needs of our communities, and working alongside students seeking a future in healthcare. Together, we can build healthier communities for today and long into tomorrow. My Michigan Health, your go-to place. Learn more about us at mymichigan.org.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life, where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
From making athletic footwear stronger and lighter to powering the future of electric racing vehicles, material science and R&D are the MVPs of innovation. At Dow, we collaborate with customers and partners to tackle a wide range of sports product challenges with cutting-edge advancements in technology. Dow's innovations can help to improve performance and sustainability throughout the world of sports. Dow, at the intersection of sports and science.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Fall behind 4-0 in the season series against Flint. We take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by Saginaw Valley State University. Starting with the visiting Firebirds, it'll be the captain, Nathan Aspinall, on the left side. 4 points in 2 games against the Spirit this year. Like we mentioned earlier, just a week removed from signing his NHL entry-level deal with the New York Rangers. Jimmy Lombardi in the midst of a 7-game scoring streak at center. Darian Anderson on the right side. It'll be Urban Padrekar and Luca Graziano on the blue line. And for Saginaw, the overager, Sebastian Gervais. Carson Harmer at center. He enjoyed playing against Flint last season. 9 points in 8 games against the Firebirds last year. Jacob Kluche, just a couple of games removed from his first career hat trick last Saturday against the Owen Sound Attack. Graydon Jones and James Go on the blue line for their head coach, Chris Lazary. Your starting lineups for tonight's game brought to you by Saginaw Valley State University. One last break, and we get started here. 4th installment of the Coors Light I-75 Divide Cup Series between the Saginaw Spirit and the Flint Firebirds. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit.
Get it all at Garber Chevrolet Saginaw. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall experience. Our expert technicians are factory trained to the highest standards, keeping your vehicle in top condition. And we have everything for your automotive needs, even tires. Get to Garber Chevy Saginaw today and see how you get it all at Garber. Gratiot Road, Saginaw. Online, GarberChevroletSaginaw.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Sebwing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. Spirit Hockey
Harmer holds it out wide. Centers. Kluche scores!
lives
Looking for the stretch pass to Zilkin. It'll pop off the wall and lay down for him. Zilkin scores!
here.
Picked up by Harmer. In with speed. Carson Harmer shoots. He scores! Carson Harmer!
The radio home of your Saginaw Spirit is WSGW 100.5 FM. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. Now it's game time. Live from the rink to your radio. Here is the first period play-by-play with the voice of Saginaw Spirit Hockey, Dylan Clark.
Just about ready for puck drop here between Saginaw and Flint. Fourth meeting of the season, 81st all-time. The Spirit still looking for their first victory in this Coors Light I-75 Divide Cup Series. And it's not going to come easily tonight. Flint winners of 6 out of their last 7, but the Saginaw Spirit quite a bit of momentum as well after picking up 3 wins in all 3. Goaltenders. You by Nets Technology. Neither one of these surprise you between Saginaw and Flint this season. Mason Vicari has been somewhat of Saginaw's kryptonite here early in this season. He's been everybody's kryptonite. One of the top goaltenders in the OHL. Third best save percentage at .918. Goals against average at 2.84. 2 shutouts on the year, 6 wins. But his busiest nights have both come against Saginaw. 43 and 39 save nights in 2 of his matchups against the Spirit earlier on. Mason Vicari gets the knot between the pipes here for the Flint Firebirds. Down the other way, Stepan Shurigan, 12 games on the year. Just recently coming off of a string of 9 consecutive starts before he turned the net over to Caleb Papineau. He's played well. .934 save percentage over this past weekend. Shurigan gets the nod again. It'll be Lombardi against Carson Harmer for our Delta College opening faceoff. And this game on this Thursday night is underway. Graydon Jones, D-to-D pass off the drop. This one jammed back over, turned to Carson Harmer. Flipping this one back in from center ice. Graydon Jones down the near side. There's Jimmy Lombardi to cut him off. Up to Carson Harmon, a cross-ice pass. That can't be handled by James Go. Taken in the steal. This is Aspinall with Harmer racing back in a pad save for Stepan Shurigan, his first touch of the night. Puck back loose at center. Alex Kostov into the offensive end as the Firebirds get a quick line change here. Harmer just content to dump this puck back out to center. Komodowski on the D-to-D swing back in the Firebirds end. Outlet pass bunted down by Kostov. Here comes Chris Thibodeau. Firebirds have numbers. Kostov alone in front, and he's going to send that one wide past the left skate of Shurigan. Spirit clear again. Komodowski tracking back into the Firebirds end. Good surge from Flint to start here in the first 60 seconds. Dimas Jilkin throws the game's first big check. Puck in the neutral zone. Kostov responds with one of his own, trying to line up Klepov. Jilkin's in. Now Valeris between the dots and that high and wide. Igor Barabanov. Poked away by Komodowski. This is back behind the Firebirds net again. Jilkin disrupts the outlet pass. Levi Harper to contend there with Flint's Alex Kostov. Into the left wing corner. The centering pass goes back in behind the Spirit net instead. Kostov shouldered there against Jilkin. This one paddled and then gloved by the Spirit goaltender Stepan Shurigan. 18:35 to go into this first period. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Walsh. And Walshy, we saw a couple of grade A scoring chances early, and it's been for the road team, and no surprise they've been hot as of late. A good start for Flint.
Yeah, especially that top line, Aspinall and Kostov, creating chances. Those are 2 guys you don't want to give those chances to.
D-zone face-off here. The Spirit will take it. Brody Papoy can't pick the puck up off the far side boards. Now Miroslav Satan back at center. Fired back in behind Vicari. Papoy there to throw a check against Colosimo. Long rising point shot off the stick of Hayden Parks, and this is jammed up by Josh Lavin. Colosimo takes over here for Flint, just past his own blue line off the boot. Oh, Brody Papoy then back into the Spirit end. Lavin and Barch. This one jammed from Miroslav Satan and Nick Sema. Cross-ice pass. Can't be handled by Glavin as he tried to hop up on the rush, taken by Flint's Graziano back behind the net. 11 forwards, 7 defensemen for Saginaw here tonight. Graziano up for Colosimo. Picked out by Brady Smith, and it's handled by the Spirit netminder Shurigan. Jones for Klepoff. Saginaw's leading scorer. Cross ice pass. Spirit in the middle of the line change. Zilkin wasn't on yet. Firebirds punch it back in. Jones over for James Go. Turned over. Bonnyman in front. He scores! A gift for Josh Bonnyman. His first OHL goal. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Flint Firebirds.
Like you said, Dylan, an absolute gift. Just pass right in front, and their Bonnyman is to put it away. Nothing Shergan can do and react that quickly.
It'll be an unassisted goal for Josh Bonnyman. 13th game of the season. Second rounder for the Flint Firebirds in the U18 draft last year. He's got his team up and rolling here in the first period on this Thursday night. Anderson back in to give and go with Aspinall. Cuts up in the circle and a shot right into the midsection. That's a save by Stepan Shurigan. 17-15 left here in this first period. Good pace for these Flint Firebirds to start this hockey game. Face-off will come. Back in the Spirit end. Igor Barabanov to take the draw. And Jimmy Lombardi looking to extend his point streak to an 8th game. Anderson swoops in off the draw. Walking towards the middle. His shot off the midsection of Barabanov. Dimas Zilkin settles his puck down. Backhands it out to center where Anderson gloves it down. Given over to Lombardi. Spun off by Zilkin. Anderson puts it back in behind the Spirit net. Levi Harper handcuffed there by Nathan Aspinall. Lombardi out of the corner. Zach Wilson, 74 in white, makes his debut here for the Saginaw Spirit. Picked up earlier this month in a trade with the North Bay Battalion. Zilkin off the wall, cuts towards the middle. Zilkin gets a two-hander there from Lombardi. Puck picked up here by Aspinall. Delayed penalty. It's whistled down. 16:39 to go in the first. And we get our first IBEW Local 557 power play here for the Spirit. Your officials tonight brought to you by WNEM TV5. Good time to introduce them. Ryan Hutchison and Curtis Pear are the referees. Joseph Erickson and Phil Nadeau work the lines. And Ryan Hutchison to call the slashing penalty to Nathan Aspinall.
Pretty big whack, too. I mean, we could hear from up here, and Zilkin was able to draw that. And what we've seen, Flint's been very conservative on the kill. So let's see if they have some time and space.
Pass from Barabanov looking for Dimas Zilkin is deflected out of play. Just 5 seconds of penalty time have elapsed here for the Saginaw Spirit. Right now they come into this one again. Middle of the pack in the power play. 21%, 14 of 65. But the Firebird penalty kill, out of all the special teams between these two teams tonight, has been the standout. 4th best in the OHL. Just shy of 85%. Harper for Barabanov. Saginaw wants to change that. Harper, the shot, a save by Vakari. His first of the game. Barabanov for Dimas Zilkin. Off the wall, center point, Levi Harper. Near side, Zilkin. Barabanov in the bumper, and a kick save by Vakari, and the rebound is going to escape. Out past Levi Harper to center. Nikita Klepoff. Just recently named to the CHL USA Prospects Challenge roster for Team CHL. This pass around from Sebastian Gervais too far. And so it's Harper to pick it back up in behind Shurigan. No drop pass for Levi Harper in the neutral zone. Hauled down by Hull. Puck onto the far boards. Klepoff with 2 Firebirds to battle against. This one jammed away from Gervais, Urban Podrekar, and Ryland Fellinger will seal the deal. Getting things out and down halfway through this first IBEW Local 557 power play. Saginaw gets a line change here. Zilkin going to stay on. Drop pass taken by Kluche. Fumbled the pass looking for Harper. This will be an easy steal and a shorthanded break for Lombardi. He scores. 8 straight games with at least a point. Jimmy Lombardi, the shorthanded goal on another gift. It's 2-0.
Well, that's tough, especially on the power play. I mean, Kluge there just forgot the puck, and unfortunately, the other way, B-way, nothing Shergan can do again.
Confidence of Jimmy Lombardi here in his 3rd OHL season. 5th goal of the year, given 12 points in his last 8 games. When you're hot, Walshy. You move differently, you move with more confidence, and 5-hole and a shorthanded breakaway. That's confidence right there off of Two mistakes from Saginaw. Trying to calm the waters here. Still 30 seconds left on this power play. Nathan Aspinall in the Flint penalty box for slashing. James Go back for Jacob Kluche. Poked away at the offensive blue line. Brody Popoy keeps things in. Backhanded down and around Urban Padrekar. Rims it back around and out. Popoy is taking Ryan Hanrahan's spot on the Spirit power play. Hanrahan at U17s for Team Canada White. Here comes Carson Harmer. Dying seconds of this Spirit power play. Drops it off for Popoy. Shifting into the circle. Nice move. Pass in front. Great save, Makari. And he kicks out the loose puck as well. Aspinall out of the box. Saginaw's best chance came at the tail end of that power play. Now Nick Sema looking towards the net. That one's jammed out of danger. Up at the right point, Hayden Barton. Shot right into the glove. And it's held by Mason Vicari. 14:24 to go in the first period. We talked during the pregame about Nick Sema looking to get back for a lost goal. Good scoring opportunity manufactured there. And for the Spirit, their league leading 6th shorthanded goal surrendered here to start this game. But again, they do manufacture a scoring opportunity at the end of that power play. Off the draw, Foyer for Graydon Jones and back around. Miroslav Shatan there. Lombardi into him. Pass back for Jones, taken away instead by Anderson. And the Firebirds clear. Off the skate of Aspinall. A little trouble there on a dancing puck for James Go. Miroslav Shatan comes back, steals. Cut off though by Lombardi. Now a move here for Anderson, heading towards the Spirit net. Anderson back in front, looking for Aspinall. Miroslav Shatan can't get this up the near sideboards. Middle of the ice, Jones for Liam Storch. Back in after an upper body injury held him out of Sunday's contest. This is back in, Anderson on the near side of the Flint end, and he's bowled over by Saginaw's Trevor Foyer. Chris Lazary singing his praises earlier during Coach's Corner. Kostov steals from Harper right in front. The pad saved by Shurigan. He's had to be sharp here in the first period. Aspinall trying to move through Xander Valeris. Puck back in the Spirit corner. Igor Barabanov out of danger for Dimas Yilkin. Back into the offensive zone. Klepov trying to stretch. Couldn't stretch enough. Saginaw offside. 13:21 to go. First period. Lots of time left. Firebirds all over this one so far. It's 2-0. We're back to Saginaw after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Ryan Coe to create your personal price plan today.
Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 2-0. The lead for the Flint Firebirds. Dimas Yilkin on this neutral zone faceoff. Saginaw looks to get back into this one. Xander Valeris to flip it back in. First OHL goal for Josh Bonnyman, and then a steal by Lombardi here for the Firebirds. But this is Harper. Point shot blocked by Hall. Kept in on the backhand by Klepov. Graziano on it for Flint. Padrekar to follow. Saginaw's Barabanov all over Padrekar. They don't get the puck out. The bump in towards the middle. Too far for Dimas Yilkin. So this is Flint's Kostov back into the offensive end. Pocket pick from Yilkin. Gets it out of trouble. Nobody there. So it'll be collected by Graziano. And another gift. This time it's for Klepov. Shaking right in front. He can't turn it to the backhand around Vicari. Padrekar gets it out to Zach Wilson. Can't be moved into Igor Barabanov. It'll be a steal from Thibodeau. And then Kostov, the close puck support. Firebirds back in. Kostov stumbles. Play's going to continue here. Wilson on this from the Saginaw end. Up the wall for Klepov. Josh Glavin cuts towards the middle. There's the puck into the offensive zone. Then it's a bump pass for Zilkin, who gets hit. Barabanov cross ice. Lots of room. Kluche puts that into the glass. Poked down past Barabanov by Brady Smith. And this is Barabanov at center. It's Wilson down the near sideboard. 74 instead of 14. Now it's 42. Kluche, sharp angle try, fought off by Vakari. Loose puck in front. Another save by Vakari, maybe on some friendly fire there. Firebirds go off the glass and out. James go for Graydon Jones. Angled in by Saginaw's Gervais, but behind the red line at center ice, and so it goes down for an icing. 11:39 to go here in this first period. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Walsh. Walsh, it's been anything but a routine season series. It's been anything but a routine start to this first period here. Some curious turnovers for both teams.
Very curious, spooky. In the theme of Halloween, it's been a lot of frightening turnovers, but both sides. I mean, just a little feeling out process here, and let's hopefully we get some cleaner play.
Frightening is a good word, especially given the night. It is Halloween, the celebration here inside the Dow Event Center. We'll show you some of the costumes the Spirit rolled into the building with when we get an opportunity later in the show. Sebastian Gervais down the right side, a slip for Carson Harmon. Into the circle, blocker saved by Vakari. Rebound, Kluche loose. That one kicked out by the goaltender again, and he made a save while still on his side. 11:17 to go. Still, Mason Vakari stealing the show a couple of times here inside the Dow Event Center, something he's done quite a few times. Marmer without a stick, looking to make the most of that opportunity right there. And again, Mason Vakari's busiest nights until the most recent game for Flint against Owen Sound had all come in the Dow Event Center. 39 and 43 save nights in this building. He stole opening night here inside the Dow Event Center. Shot 39 of 41, though, against Owen Sound on Sunday. James Go rips it up the near side walls. The Spirit are back in their own end. Try not to stay there for too long. Bonnyman, give it right back. Outlet pass for Jacob Kluche. He's got Cunningham on him, though, and this one poked back to James Go. A hot pass, too hot for Gervais. And a stick of Gervais well up in the air after a little lift there from Graziano. Rice and Morgan off the skate of Cunningham. Turned back in by Flint's Josh Bonnyman. Approaching the midway point of the first period. Shots are nearly even. 6-5. Your Frankenmuth Insurance and Saginaw Bay Underwriters shots on goal. This is Popoy inside the line. Pass for Harper. Right circle, pushed just wide. Shooting attempt blocked by Brady Smith. This one down the boards. Miroslav Shatan. Pocket pick by Alex Kostov. That hits the skate of Cunningham. Fortunately for him, Chase Hull wasn't on the ice yet. Cross corner dump in for Flint. Valeris gave it away. This is Kostov. Had an opportunity in Hull right in front. Going to find Kamenowski instead, and that one fought off by Shurigan. He wasn't exactly sure where it was. Off the chest protector, then down into the blue ice. He locates it. 10:07 to go in the first. A couple more close calls in the defensive end for Saginaw. Thought maybe Kamenowski had a couple of different options there, but that handcuff the Spirit netminder might not have been a bad idea. Kostov to take this offensive zone faceoff. Tied for the team lead with 6 goals on the season. He and Nathan Aspinall. Chase Hull's going to steal from Bartz in behind the Spirit. And Kostov looking for another one. He's stopped by Shurigan. And he's going to get a rough ride from Josh Glavin afterwards. Quick steals from back in behind the Spirit net. 10:01 to go in the first. Chris Lazary voicing his displeasure on the Saginaw bench right now.
Yeah, from up here, I mean, I'd say, Saginaw's missing a little jump. And obviously that's what the head coach is sparking to his players.
Offensive zone face-off here for the Firebirds. They win it. Podrekar around Zhilkin. Back behind the net. Continues the turn. Lots of room. Aspinall shot. That goes off a body and wide. Pulls the puck off Zhilkin. Now it's Lombardi. High in the Spirit end. Off the boards. Zhilkin can't steal from Nathan Aspinall. Firebirds working the wall. This is Podrekar towards the middle. That shot blocked by a sliding Hayden Bartz. Anderson now. Nice move. To cut between Klepov and Barabanov. Puck is down. Klepov tripped up. Penalty coming. Touched up here by the Firebirds Aspinall. He's the guilty party, I believe. 9:22 to go in the first. And a break for Saginaw's. Another tripping call is going to send the Spirit up by a man. Looks like Lombardi instead. Third time's a charm. 22 blue. That'll be Darian Anderson to sit down. Kowalski, like you said, Saginaw a little bit missing a jump right now. We saw one good opportunity at the end of that power play to get another one here.
Yeah, and a power play is an absolute blessing for, this situation. Even though you don't have things going, you get a man advantage. Obviously, limit the turnovers. You're right back in this game.
Firebirds clear. As the top power play unit goes back to work here for the Spirit. Harper with the puck. Jilkin, Barabanov, Gervais, and Klepov with him. This is Igor Barabanov. Sebastian Gervais, then Harper. Has to cut around Kostov at the line. 14 points in 14 games for the rookie Levi Harper, leading OHL rookie blue liners in scoring. He's got the puck here. Quarterback in Saginaw's top power play. Jilkin, bumper, Barabanov, that's blocked. And gotten out past Levi Harper, the clear accomplished by Flint's Rylan Fellinger. 45 gone in the second IBEW Local 557 power play for the Spirit. Jilkin away from a spinning Lombardi, carries the puck into the zone. Poked at the last second by Thibodeau. Could have been a pretty good scoring chance for Jilkin. Reeled in by Barabanov, high in the zone. Gervais back in front, on and off the tape of Klepov. He's in a battle with Pandrekar. Firebird defender's going to win that, trying to spring Thibodeau. Now Shurigan's got to make a quick decision to move this puck here to Levi Harper. Up for Barabanov. Klepov with speed. The pass too far behind Brody Popoy. Fumble there from Gervais. Trying to get it away from Thibodeau. This is Popoy. Spirit in with speed and numbers. Klepov right between the dots. Takes a shot. Saved by Vakari. Almost got rolled by Popoy. Barabanov. Near side. The goaltender doesn't have a stick. James Go. Over to Klepov. Late stages of the power play. Klepov shot into the glass. Vakari's got his stick now. Barabanov keeps. Far side. Klepov. Trying to slide it in front. Broken play. Turnaround by Popoy. It went between the goaltender's legs and out the other side. This one cleared, and that'll do it for the Firebird PK. Cleared out. Carson Harmer for Graydon Jones, and then James Go. Near side, Nick Sema off the wall. Harmer's on his horse after it. Ryan and Allen gets there first. Nick Sema follows. Carson Harmer uses the boards, trying to find Trevor Thoyer. Shouldered by Hull. Soft touch by Harmer to keep it alive. But Harmer gets it back out to center, or Hull gets it back out to center. James Go for Graydon Jones, and the Spirit trying to start again. They've been headed in by Trevor Thoyer. Christian Colosimo there for Hull. Colosimo with Sema on him. Good steal. Looking towards the middle, can't hang on to the puck. Kostov steals it back. Graydon Jones, as it comes loose, finds Thoyer. Left the puck behind. Nick Sema, spinning shot. That goes high and into the glass. His best option at the moment. Storch in front looking for Sema, tied up. Puck comes out to Jones. Through traffic off Storch, tipped wide. Chopped after by Storch. Sema out of the corner. Saginaw tries to sneak a line change. Sema rips it back down low. Liam Storch cuts it off. Nice move to get into the circle, but it's poked away. Colosimo taken into the boards by Barabanov. Dryden Allen with a quick moment to get this puck out. No icing, is it? Really dug into the playing surface there. Angled in by Barabanov. Wanted to corral that puck. But at least he's negated the icing. Ryland Cunningham for Bryson Morgan. Shouldered by Jilkin. No more puck there. It's still loose in front of the Firebird bench. Inside 6 to go in the first period. Steal for Xander Valeris. Pass ahead of Dima Jilkin. So this is Pandrekar. Back behind his goaltender. Jilkin trying to steal. Has it in the trapezoid. Nobody there on a centering pass. Valeris shovels it towards the net. Plucked out of the air by Vakari, who's ready for it. 5.5 to go here in this first period. Josh Bonnyman, Jimmy Lombardi, the 2 goal scorers. 2-0 Flint. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today, the disability experts in your community.
Hi, this is Carson Armour, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 2-0 the score. There you see Jacob Kluche. We mentioned it earlier. It is the Halloween celebration here inside the Dow Event Center, so no surprise. The guys get into the spirit of it. Little Shaggy and Scooby from Trevor Thoyer and Jacob Kluche to stand out of a handful of pretty decent-looking outfits. Dima Zhilkin. They've got this puck in the offensive end, looking to bring things onto the scoreboard here. It's Padrekar down the right side. Windsor Spitfires had their Halloween celebration on Sunday, so saw a couple of those players enter in costumes. Come to think of it, I think we saw a Shaggy and Scooby there as well. Klepov is onside, offside. He'll be whistled. I think he was unsure as that came in over the line. 5:11 left in this first period.
You got any plans for a costume, Dylan?
No, I'm dressed as a guy that's going to be on TV for 3 hours tonight. That was my response when asked earlier tonight. I did receive some flack for no costume on Halloween, though.
My go-to for the last 4 or 5 years, Starbucks barista. I got an apron. I throw on some headphones and a black T-shirt and some jeans.
That's good. See, that's cost-effective as we got to redrop this puck at center. I like that. That's a veteran costume pick there.
The important thing is you got a cup of coffee in your hands. You know, evening hours, walking around with the kids all night.
A veteran on the ice, veteran as a dad as well. Jacob Kluche fires this back in from center. Graziano tries to play it along. Aspinall, the outlet pass, deflected so it doesn't reach Kostov. Handcuffed there by Josh Glavin, then it's Hayden Barch. Kluche back in for the Spirit. Near side, Carson Harmon put back in front. Jammed there by Kluche. Good save by Vakari. Perfect shot pass. Turnover right in front. Kluche in the back door. Gervais tried to set him up. Good defensive play by Flint. 2 against 2 in the corner. This is Allen who comes away with it. Smith up the boards. Can't get past Glavin. Nicely kept in there by Gervais. Spun far side. Barch into the circle. Blocked shot. Brady Smith off the wall. Just shy of the blue line. Gotten out to center. Kostov cutting towards the middle. Gets around Glavin. Kostov looking for the far pad. Maybe just a touch for Stepan Shurigan. Ryland Fellinger puts this back in deep for the Firebirds. Gervais up for Popoy. Angled back in. Line change coming for Saginaw. Up the boards taken by Bonnyman. Firebirds out to center. Taken right back by Valeris. Storch. Can't get it past Komodowski. Sema moves that puck over. Harper had to hit the brakes. Storch gets low on Fellinger. Spirit still have it in the offensive end. Valeris back down for Storch. Rolls over the top and drops it off. This is Levi Harper trying to step inside. That was read well by Cunningham. Brody Popoy locked up now with Bryson Morgan. And the defenseman Harper back in behind the Flint net now. Pass up high, his partner. Valeris right in front, reeled in by Fellinger. Firebirds counterattack. Puck settled down by Ryland Cunningham. Pushed in by Morgan. And Anderson, first man to it. Darian Anderson for Flint. Top line coming back out here for the Firebirds. Valeris put it in front there for Storch. This is Nick Sema. Picked up the puck on the backhand. Tries to shake around Graziano. Here comes Sema. Tied up by Lombardi. 2 Firebirds on him. Taken away and moved up by Graziano. Anderson. Pocket pick by Klepov. Trying to go back to Barabanov. That was read nicely by Darian Anderson. He's gotten this puck back up to Aspinall. And a rolling puck will be pushed back in behind Stepan Shurigan. Jones takes the check. Turning puck for Klepov. Heavy hit there from Aspinall. Taken back by Barabanov. A floating puck settled by Klepov. Lost the puck on the trigger pull. Zhilkin looking there for Graydon Jones. Left it behind. James Goad can't keep the puck in. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the first period. This is Jones back in off the skate of Graziano. Barabanov in pursuit of Padrekar. Jones keeps it in front of himself, away from Smith. Help from Barabanov. Too far for Jones in the corner. Now Padrekar takes over for the Firebirds. Can they get out of the zone? Little logjam on the far side. Klepov looked like he took that puck up high. Josh Colosimo now on the stretch pass for Brady Smith. He's got a good angle here on Josh Glavin. A long shoot in and an easy glove save for Shurigan. Looked like he wanted to move that puck. 1:48 to go in this first period. The opportunity did not present itself. 2-0 Flint, it stays. And we mentioned veterans of Spirit hockey. We're going to be joined by one coming up in the first intermission. Jack Combs was just recognized inside the building. 6th all-time in Spirit history in both points and goals. First guy with a 100-point season for the Saginaw Spirit back in 2007-2008, and one-time teammate of a Mr. Brad Walsh.
Stud. Just a stud, Combs he was.
We'll hear all about it with Jack Combs coming up in the first intermission. Allen back around. Can't be settled down by Hayden Bart, so it's Carson Harmer from center. Glavin up the near side, Gervais. Luce in pursuit of Dryden Allen. Komodowski on it now for the Firebirds. And a shoulder from Sebastian Gervais. He's got it out of the corner. Up at the right point. Did Bart hold that in? Yes. Glavin for Harmer just pushes it wide. Gervais unties his stick there from Komodowski. Bart's down below the goal line. Fakes the drop off, comes out on the near side and hits Josh Glavin with a pass. Cross ice now, Gervais. Back up high. Kluche will seize Part. Drops it off. Carson Harmer. Big battle in front. Takes a shot. That's off a body. Final 60 here, the first. And as Gervais in a battle with Komodowski in the corner. Kicks it up the boards. Harmer's got it. Stick in the lane there for Kostov, but Kluche gets it back. In between the legs of Chase Hall. Kluche. Shoulders there with Dryden Allen. They get it back out to center. Braden Jones in the defensive end. Boyer can't get this puck in. So James Go here with 30. Stretch pass is going to be found by Storch. Lost it. Got it back though into the right circle and a shot towards the net. Broken up on its way. Go holds. Fires it off the wall. James Go, the centering pass. Braden Jones. That doesn't connect. And Nick Sema blocked that breakout pass. Spirit keep the puck in the offensive end for a couple of seconds, but Rylan Fellinger looks like he'll close out this first period with a dump back in. Jones to touch. And that's it for the first. So some costly giveaways for the Saginaw Spirit to start the first period. It puts him down 2-0, though they did improve the scoring opportunities as the period wore on. They outshoot the Flint Firebirds 10-8. But goals from Josh Bonnyman and Jimmy Lombardi have the Firebirds up to a 2-0 lead. We take a break here on this Thursday night. Coming up in the intermission, Spirit alum Jack Combs joins us. We're back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You really do get it all at Garber Chevrolet in Linwood. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience that will keep you coming back. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see us. Get a better overall experience and lease for less in Linwood. Garber Chevrolet Linwood, M13, north of Bay City. Online, garberlinwood.com. Chevrolet, together. Let's drive.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org
Looking to stay in touch with your community? Check out Great Lakes Bay Connections, a collection of shows and podcasts bringing you local voices, telling local stories from local people. Great Lakes Bay Connections features Hey, Great Lakes Bay, generating gratitude. That's what she said. United Shades of Gray, Mi Gente on Air, and more. Listen weekends on WSGW, anytime on your favorite podcasting app or at WSGW.com.
Hi, this is Brody Najum, and you are listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 WSGW.
For the visitors, we bring you up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. We mentioned it prior to the break. Jack Combs, Spirit legend, joins us here up inside the booth. Jack, great to have you. Does it feel a little bit strange being back inside this building?
It does, but it feels great. It's been a long time coming. Building looks great. Obviously, Mem Cup champs. Couldn't be prouder, and it's, like I said, just great to be back.
And your OHL career, you spent a ton of time here, started with the Kitchener Rangers, came to Saginaw. Your name's all over the record book. Just what do you remember from your time playing here? And, you know, everybody says junior hockey is kind of the best time of your hockey career. Is that the case for yourself as well?
I mean, I came here a 17-year-old boy, and I left a 21-year-old man, and I learned a lot of life lessons, played for some good coaches, played with a lot of good players. It was crucial for my hockey development, and I owe a lot to the city of Saginaw, the people of Saginaw, and this hockey team.
Now, you got a chance to meet one of your former teammates. You guys didn't overlap too often. Brad Walsh, just when you came up here, was that the first time you've seen Walshy since your days playing together?
That's my first time. Yeah, great to see him.
See, we can ask him about his days in Saginaw, but we haven't gotten the opportunity to ask somebody else about Brad Walsh, the player. What was Brad Walsh like in the locker room?
Brad Walsh, the player, unbelievable guy. The player, he was young when he came to us, his first year in the league. Just a steady Eddie, reliable D-man, hometown hero. I think it was first of the kind to make it from Saginaw. So obviously that was really cool back then, and just a great teammate.
And then for yourself, after the days in Saginaw were done, almost 800 pro games all across the globe, 11 different countries, tons of time in the American Hockey League and the ECHL. What can you say about a pro career that took you pretty much everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, like I told you before the break, you don't want to spend too much time on my EP. It might give you a headache, but
it did.
Yeah. Super fortunate to play that long. Played with a lot of great players, a lot of great coaches, learned so much. And now I'm really trying to dedicate my post-playing career to coaching and giving back. And, that's what I'm doing now, and I'm super passionate about that.
Yeah, assistant coach now at Lindenwood, third year now, if I'm correct.
Yep.
How has the transition been from player to coach now?
It's been great, honestly. Like I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if coaching was the route. I didn't know if it was scouting. And, being able to be on the ice every day, I'm really passionate about the St. Louis hockey community, keep on growing and getting better. And the avenue that we are now D1 and our fourth year, I just think it's great for our community, and super passionate to keep building it.
Well, and I don't know how much of the game you've actually gotten to watch. I know you've been bouncing around the building quite a bit. But what have you seen out of this game so far? Does it look different from kind of a bird's eye view compared to the way OHL hockey went, I guess, back when you were here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different style. Like you can see the skill out here is just insanely skilled and fast. And, a couple turnovers cost the Spirit in that period, but you could tell they're the more skilled team, and they can connect on some of these passes. I think the rest of the game, we got 4 more minutes, and total confidence that they'll come back.
Well, Jack, hope you're right. Appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That's Jack Combs, 6th all-time in the Spirit record book as far as points and goals, and a lot of other accolades we'll read off a little bit more later. But Jack Combs, and like he said, still a lot of good hockey left to come. It's 2-0 Flint. We'll take a break. Some highlights and analysis. We'll bring Brad Walsh back in, and we're back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Independent Bank is proud to be the corporate sponsor of your Saginaw Spirit. We've been banking in Michigan for 160 years and have always put our customers and communities first. We pride ourselves on being a full-service bank, offering an exceptional banking experience for personal, small business, and commercial banking customers, helping them to achieve financial independence. Be a game changer. Be independent. Member FDIC.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Mike Miner to create your personal price plan today.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
A 3-0 series lead and a couple of costly turnovers for Saginaw. That's put them behind the 8 ball, at least in the first period. We'll take a look back at the first 20 minutes here. Some highlights between Flint and Saginaw. Josh Bonnyman getting his first OHL goal. No assists, though it does come out of a defensive zone turnover off the stick of James Go. Again, his first in the OHL, just 2.5 minutes into the game. Saginaw down 1-0. They try to shake it off. Shorthanded goal coming back the other way. A steal by Jimmy Lombardi at center. 5-hole on Stepan Shurigan. He gets back in between the pipes after Caleb Papineau pulled goaltending duty on Sunday in Windsor. Saginaw would get back into the action of things. They would eventually outshoot the Flint Firebirds in that first period. Get a couple of grade A opportunities, but Mason Vicari, as he's been the story all the times that Flint has been here so far in this regular season, he was the story of that first period. Saginaw threw 10 shots on goal at him in the first period. That was maybe the best opportunity. Carson Harmon to Jacob Kluche, and Vicari able to fight it off. Take a look at our first intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. 10 shots to 8, like we said. Saginaw 0 for 2 on the power play, and that Jimmy Lombardi shorthanded goal. Bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh, and Walshy. Let's start out with the tail end of that second power play, the first power play, I should say. They surrender the shorthanded goal. Things are a little bit tense after that, but you look at the second half of the first period, I should say, they did eventually start to bring things together.
Yeah, Saginaw started doing what they do well, and it's just create offense and spend time in the happy end, offensive end, and, that's where they shine. They start moving the puck, cycling, being creative offensively. You don't want to get in a back-and-forth game if you're Saginaw. You want to, spend more time in the offensive zone.
We saw a couple of good touches. That Carson Harmer, Sebastian Gervais, and Jacob Kluche line, they had most of the opportunities in the offensive end. And, we've talked at length about the connection that Carson Harmer and Jacob Kluche had last season. Hadn't really seen a ton of it this year. We've seen it in spurts on a number of occasions, but we're seeing it more recently. That pass in front on the moving tip from Jacob Kluche. That was vintage Harmer and Kluche. They need more of that here in this game.
Right, and I think that just comes with time. Not long ago they were both trying out for a pro hockey team. And now that they're back, acclimating to these new guys, it's a totally different roster year to year. And, we've seen it before and we'll see it again. Those guys will connect.
Jacob Kluche back from Winnipeg Jets training camp not long ago. Carson Harmer in Utah with the Mammoth. Talk about the Flint Firebirds. They were relentless in the offensive zone, especially in the early portions of that first period. The turnovers may be on the unforced side, but they forced a lot of turnovers as well.
They did, and that top line. Unfortunately, we were making turnovers to, some guys you just can't afford to do that to, and they made us pay. They got some great players, and they play hard, especially in this rivalry.
And lastly, before we go, we got to talk to one of your former teammates, Jack Combs, during the last break. What do you remember about the playing days? It was only 1 year worth of overlap between you two.
It was 1 year. It was the first year, so it was very memorable. As a rookie, Combsy treated me nicely. And that was rare back in the day. It was pretty rough as a rookie, especially around Halloween. You remember those things. And Combs was a great guy, great teammate, and just a stud. give 97 the puck, and he's gonna create some offense for you. So he made my job easy as a rookie on and off the ice.
Well, he had high praise for you as well. So we'll see exactly what the Spirit can come up with here in this second period back in Saginaw. We'll take a break. When we come back, quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It is 2-0 here between Flint and the Spirit. Back after this, you're home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you go Great Lakes Bay in Michigan, lose yourself in nature and find yourself at peace. Unwind on a fall color tour or simply wander a while on scenic trails. Handpick ripe apples and pumpkins, savor warm donuts and fresh pressed cider, and slip into the coziness of harvest season. There are moments of pure greatness all around if we linger long enough to soak them in. Find yours at gogreat.com.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit!
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
From the depths of the ocean to the farthest reaches of space, Corning's technologies push the boundaries of what's possible. We're the world's leading innovator in glass and ceramic science, and we're innovating right here in Michigan. Corning's solar wafer site in Hemlock is helping guarantee American energy security. We're investing in our local Michigan communities. That's why Corning is a proud sponsor of the Saginaw Spirit. Learn more about Corning today at corning.com.
Your region, your team. You're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Not quite as busy across the Ontario Hockey League as we have been in previous nights. A Thursday night, no score between Sarnia and Barrie. 1-0 between the Guelph Storm and the Erie Honors. Ethan Miedema, 4th goal of the season from Grant Spada, the only marker there. No score between the Sioux or the North Bay Battalion. All the goal scoring right now coming between London and Peterborough. Evan Van Gorp, Caleb Mitchell, and Ben Wilmot. His 7th of the season right now has the Knights up 3-0 on the Petes. A 24-14 shot advantage. 14 shots in the period is one thing. 24 is something other entirely. Lots of offense over at the Peterborough Memorial Center. 3-0 London against Peterborough. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. We take one more break. Back to start the second period. 2-0. The visitors up right now. Flint and Saginaw. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At Garber Chevy Chesaning, better means you get it all. Better prices, better selection, and better service. Our factory-trained technicians keep your vehicle in top condition. We have everything your vehicle needs, even tires. Come see us at Garber Chevy Chesaning and see how you can get it all. At the corner of M52 and M57, online at garberchesaning.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Sebring factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
Too many people end up in the retirement penalty box, paying more in taxes, missing out on healthcare options, or skating without a plan. At McIntosh and Associates, we help keep your game sharp with clear, personalized retirement strategies. Let's build a plan that works in every period of life. Call 989-692-2200 or visit wealthmichigan.com. McIntosh and Associates. Retirement made clear.
Lost the football. Saginaw Valley strips it. Terrence Brown with the strip and the recovery of the fumble for Saginaw Valley. McKenzie's got the first down. He's still on his feet. Here goes Mason McKenzie. He will take it all the way. Touchdown, Saginaw Valley.
Hi, this is JJ Bain. Join us this Saturday as SVSU travels to Davenport. Game day coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. Join us on WSGW 100.5 FM or online at WSGW.com.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Period. Fresh sheet of ice. And a fresh start for Saginaw. Dylan Clark alongside Brad Waltz. Waltzy, a good start, or a fresh start's important here. But we did talk during the intermission. Saginaw looked a lot better in the second half of the first period.
Yeah, I mean, forget about it. That's why they make it 3 periods. Put that one behind you. Come out with a little bit of jump or what you were missing. And, play your game, have fun, get something going here.
Brody Papoy starts on the left side with Carson Harmer and Jacob Klutze in place of Sebastian Gervais, at least to start. Remember, 11 forward, 7 defensemen for Saginaw here in this game. Puck's down. Second period is underway. Jacob Klutze up the near side. A couple of pretty decent scoring opportunities in the first. Harmer has it to him right here. Klutze takes a shot. That one goes off the leg of Pandrekar. Tapped back down by Graydon Jones, and this one moved back out the center. Chris Thibodeau down the right side, trying to cut inside on James Go. He's got it around the near side. Walking out. That shot hit a stick on the way through. Graziano through the stick check of Carson Harmer. James Go to move it around. Urban Pandrekar. Back underneath. Kostov in front. Read well by Graydon Jones. And so it's Klutze. Out to Pandrekar. And a hit by Papoy is going to free things up for Carson Harmer. Doesn't have the speed, though, to get past Kostov. So Thibodeau back in with some speed. Odd man break. Drop back up. Backdoor play. What a save. Step on Shurigan robs Thibodeau. And that sends Harmer the other way. Shurigan thought the puck was still in his equipment there for a second. Now Sema. Now for Zilkin. Takes a shot. That's into a leg. Valeris just inside the line. Pass back down low. Lombardi hit by Zilkin. Puck now onto the stick of Levi Harper. Dropped off for Barabanov. Thrown. Backdoor looking for Sema. Valeris was there too. It missed them both. Sema put into the boards by Pandrekar. Jimmy Lombardi out off the glass. This line for Flint's been out for some time. As Anderson in on the forecheck against Valeris. Levi Harper read there by Lombardi, but Nick Sema steals. Into the offensive end, Sema onside. That one taken away. Turning puck. Fooled a couple of players. Moved back down low. It'll bounce into the corner. Trying an alley for Komodowski. Run through by Sema. He goes into the boards as well. Ema Zilkin shouldered awkwardly there by Aspinall. Now a 2-on-1 with Lombardi. That one swept in front off escape. Nathan Aspinall against Zilkin again. 6'6", 207 for the Firebird captain. Levi Harper blows a tire at center. Klepov throws it back in. We've seen our fair share of spills here in this game. Bryson Morgan now bouncing puck again. It's just by the Firebird bench. Settles down for Barabanov. Klepov pokes it ahead, trying to split the defense. Fellinger shoulders him out of that window. Puts him into the glass. Cunningham jammed up by James Go. Can't get a shot off. Now he does. And a glove save made by Mason Vicari on a grade A opportunity for James Go. 17:29 to go in the second.
Yeah, you see some fight both ways. I mean, Aspinall has made a couple key plays. Big hit there on Zilkin, creating a scoring opportunity. And what a save earlier by Shurigan. I mean, that was tic-tac-toe.
Fantastic save as he gets over to rob Chris Thibodeau. 9 shots on goal in this game. Quite a few of them of the high danger variety. And a good scoring opportunity for James Go just prior to this face-off. 9 points in 8 games last year for James Go, the Spirit defenseman, against the Flint Firebirds. 8 assists in right now what is his 15th game this year. Firebirds do get things out to center. Brady Smith against Barch. Back behind the net of Shurigan. Another collision. Colosimo comes in. They score. Crazy bounce from behind the net. 17-16 left in the second. It's a 3-0 game. On some more puck luck here for the Flint Firebirds.
Puck luck and definitely a little bit of just hungry forecheck. I mean, you had 2 or 3 Firebirds just humming behind the net and creating a bad bounce for Saginaw. And there Brady Smith was to pound it in.
Loose at the side of the net. And a backhander for Brady Smith, second of the season. And another one to shake off here for the Spirit as just gets stuck on that left skate of Stephon Shurigan. I think Josh Colosimo will pick up an assist on this one. 3-0 visitors. Josh Colosimo up for Tessier. This one ran back in and Smith gets in after it. Spins past Josh Glavin. To the left point, Allen, and across. Komodowski into traffic, tip just wide. Out off the end boards, this is Zhilkin. Trying to get past Colosimo, taken down. In front of the penalty box doors, Thibodeau, shouldered there by Jones. Ryan Allen wristing it back in from center. Josh Glavin back in behind the net of Shurigan. Jones up for Zhilkin. Lowers the shoulder and spins on Allen. Gets hooked, penalty coming. Chase Hull touches up. And another power play opportunity coming up here for the Spirit just a couple of seconds after they need one. And that is the speed and strength of Dima Zhilkin manufacturing that penalty right there.
It's the second one he's drawn tonight. I mean, he just keeps his feet moving and, not selling anything. I mean, he's just playing hard. That's all it takes, get a penalty and turn this around.
Ryan Allen's going to pick up the call here, likely for hooking. So Saginaw's third. IBEW local 557 power play down 3-0. Klepov trying to throw that one on through, blocked by Podrekar and clear. Harper around for Barabanov. Top unit out again. Well, the lines have been shuffled at 5-on-5 for Chris Lazary. A little bit of trouble getting in. They lose their speed, so this is sent back in by Gervais. Klepov, top of the zone. Things open up. Here's Barabanov. Drop back. Harper looking near side. One-timer. Klepov scores. Perfect puck movement by the Spirit on the power play. 31 seconds into the opportunity, and Nikita Klepov gets him on the board. It's 3-1.
What a shot. I mean, that one-timer was just special. It's the easiest assist Levi Harper's ever going to have. I mean, trigger man on the hash mark on the wall. That's where Jack Holmes used to go to work, and that is just a lethal shot.
Harper continues his production. How about Nikita Klepov, team-leading fourth power play goal of the season? Hits the double-digit mark, 10th goal of the year. This is game 15 for him. And a much-needed and well-timed power play goal at that for Nikita Klepov. Still work to be done. But a step in the right direction here for Saginaw. Kluche is going to glove this down. Another step in the right direction and a save by Bakari. It hit off of him twice on the try from Popoy. James Go down for Kluche. Over the top. Here's Kluche. Opens up. Left wing circle. Snaps a shot, and that's saved by Bakari. Popoy's gotten it back. Stepping towards the middle. Popoy, 2 assists over the weekend. Cuts back just inside the line. Still going with it. Here's Brody Popoy. Looking for a lane. Instead goes back behind the net. With Kostov on it. Popoy taken into the boards. Graziano chops it. Out past the defenseman. Valeris could be a chance. Here comes Chris Thibodeau with Harmer in pursuit. Thibodeau taken down. Slides into the goaltender. We've got a penalty. And a penalty shot at that. But Chris Thibodeau in some discomfort. Can he be the one to take it? 15:07 to go in the second. Really no choice for Carson Harmer as he tries to get the puck.
Yeah, he was going stick on puck. He had to sell out, but he was in decent defensive position. You know, he had Valeris' back there. It was kind of a 50-50 bad bounce. And Saginaw needs a big stop here.
Chris Thibodeau, 3 goals on the season, had 3 assists against Owen Sound in Flint's last game. He's got a chance here on a penalty shot. In on Shurigan, and he scores. Chris Thibodeau makes it 4-1. And the Firebirds back in the goal column. They don't let Saginaw celebrate that power play goal very long.
Right, that's an absolute heartbreaker, especially after you get a goal in the power play. But Thibodeau there looked pretty confident, waiting Shurigan out, and had a wide open net.
Well, the slick hands on Chris Thibodeau very much on display, as they have been his entire time in Flint. 50 points in 57 games last season for the former Kingston Frontenac. OHL game number 251 for Chris Thibodeau here tonight. He's got Flint back up 4-1 here. Another 3-goal lead. Anderson spun off at center. Jimmy Lombardi jousts with Dima Zhilkin. Nick Sema comes to throw the weight around. Levi Harper fumbles on the outlet pass. This is Lombardi in for Aspinall. Back Lombardi, right circle. Big save there by Shurigan. He gets blown up. Lombardi does after a hit from Sema. Barabanov takes an equally booming check there from Graziano. He's lost his helmet. Sema throws one back at Padrekar. We're going to scrap. Graziano and Zhilkin. Didn't last long. Graziano keeps it going. And the Spirit have had enough. Zhilkin right back up. He wants some more. Trying to get some more through. Zhilkin's got to be careful here. We don't want continuing the altercation penalties on either one of these guys. 14-27.
You love to see it. I mean, arguably your heart and soul guy. I mean, one of your best players. Zhilkin dropping the gloves for Barabanov there.
Big time collision. Graziano through Barabanov. Zhilkin engages. We had a big time Nick Sema check prior to that. And there is dislike between Flint and Saginaw. Here's they do battle for the 10th season.
Just passion. I mean, me and Jack Holmes, we never had the opportunity to play a Flint Firebird team, but it was no different against the Plymouth Whalers. I mean, it was odd for there not to be a fight or an altercation back in those days. And it's good to see him step up for his teammate, and he definitely got the crowd into it here.
I believe that is career fight number 1 for Dima Zhilkin. We'll have to go back and look at the numbers during the intermission.
No, I remember vividly.
Yeah.
Dima can throw.
Yeah,
Dima,
you know what?
Dima had a good one
I
earlier.
might have to walk that one back. Unfortunately, I did not write down everybody's fight count in tonight's game preparation. There is an issue, though, on the Saginaw side of things, and it's Dima Zhilkin heading back down off the playing surface and down the tunnel. There's a 2-minute minor up on the board, just on the Saginaw side of things. The Firebirds going to come out of this with a power play. We'll see what's been given out in addition to the fight between Saginaw's Zhilkin and Flint's Graziano. Trevor Thorpe comes over to serve the penalty. So the Firebirds to their first power play of the game. 20% on the year. Spirit clear to start out the Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill. Padrekar from behind the net. Aspinall, Thibodeau, Lombardi, and Costa. Zhilkin does pick up the 10-minute instigator, so it's a 2-5 and a 10, so his second period is done. We'll be back for the third. Padrekar back in behind Vicari. Already 30 seconds gone on this Firebird power play. Hayden Bart from in behind Stepan Shurigan. Outlet pass. in on the goaltender, Vakari. Liam Storch trying to force the issue. This is Aspinall to swing out of his own end. Nearly gave it away to Carson Harmer. Alex Kostov. Through the stick checks to Kluchik. Got it off the tape of Kostov, so Hayden Barks can clear. Vakari or Podrekar. Little trouble at the Flint blue line, so it's thrown back in by Harmer. Lombardi back on this one. On the long shoot it. Chase Hull taken away, and Valeris gets the rest of the job done here for the Spirit. Mason Vakari takes control just shy of the circle. Dropped off for Dryden Allen. Carson Harmer on hit. Allen with speed down the wing. Cuts through. Klutze missed on the check. Allen's got it back down below the goal line. On the near side. Pass off the boards. Back in front looking there for Chase Hull was Bryson Morgan. Close call right on the doorstep. Back in front. Opportunity. Anderson dishes it off Bellinger. Back up high. Point shot off the leg of Klutze. Allen gets it back. Bryson Morgan floats it up the wall for Hull. 2 seconds and one. Pat save. Rebound off the crossbar. Point blank chance there. Firebirds thought they had it. Anderson still got it in the offensive end. Stolen here by Xander Valeris. Skates it into the offensive end. Finds Klutze. Quick release. Stick save by Vakari. Morgan off the boards. Flagged down by Papoy. Anderson. There it's Bryson Morgan. Cutting back and turned in. Levi Harper there. Got Cunningham on him. This is Graydon Jones for Nikita Klepov. Near side, Levi Harper. Cuts in, gets it past Podrekar. Kamadowski there for the Firebirds. Papoy uses the body. Puck glove down by Bonnyman. 2 Spirit players on him as we approach the halfway point of the second period. Dima Zhilkin is back in the Spirit dressing room, and a giveaway. Barabanov shoots that high and into the glove of Mason Vakari. 11:34 left in this second period. Offensive zone faceoff upcoming here for the Saginaw Spirit. But first we take a break. 4-1 the Storm. We're back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber Buick is America's oldest Buick dealership. Our factory-trained service technicians deliver precision care to keep your vehicle performing at its best. We also have an award-winning body shop. We even sell parts and tires. You truly get it all at Garber Buick. Better service, better selection, and better prices. Garber Buick, State Street in Saginaw. Online, garberbuick.com. Buick, exceptional by design.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 4-1. The Flint Firebirds have the lead, courtesy of a Chris Thibodeau penalty shot goal. And to go back through, Dima Zhilkin after the scrap with Luca Graziano. We were trying to go back and recall Dima Zhilkin's fighting history. And he does have one in his OHL career against the Kitchener Rangers. Not a bad opponent, Cameron Reed. They squared off in Kitchener back on January the 12th of this year. So, Brad, you were right. But he's not exactly the first kid that you would expect to drop the gloves.
Right. No, I remember that one vividly. It impacted me. Dima can throw bombs.
Wires crossed for Zhilkin on that one, and they crossed here inside the Dow Event Center tonight. And 2-5 and a 10 for the instigator on that scrap. He'll be back for the third period. We'll talk with one of his line mates, Igor Barabanov, during the second intermission. Here's a steal. Here's Barabanov. He's going to send it wide on the stick side. Held in at the left point. Barabanov's got it. Walks the zone, near side to the goal line. Jones, the jam play. Good stick in the lane there from Darian Anderson. Jones has it now at the point. Thrown over and an intercept. Stolen by Lombardi. Back with Aspinall. Lombardi. Stick save there by Shurigan. Lombardi tried to go back to the well on a 5-hole chance. Shurigan makes the stop. Firebirds still have it in the offensive end, though. Braden Jones trying to get away from Aspinall. On and off the tape of Klepov. This is Thibodeau going to get back after this one. In his skates, so it's Klepov. 10th goal of the year to tie Jilton for the team lead earlier in this game. Only Saginaw goal here tonight. Harper from the point. Gervais trying to sweep that one quickly to Hayden Barch. Off the boards. Gervais angles it there. Klepov to sweep it back in. Vicari out of his net. Komodowski. A long shoot in from center. Chase Hall, the first man to it. Hayden Barch. Closed off by Kostov, who ran into Josh Glavin. Nick Sema on this rolling puck. Up to Miroslav Shatan. Gervais now. Over the line they cross paths. Gervais on a bouncing puck now. He lost control of it. And so it'll be covered up here by Vicari. Gervais locking up now with Komodowski. That's another player the Spirit cannot afford to have in the penalty box in Sebastian Gervais. 4 points in his last 4 hockey games. Scored against Flint in their most recent meeting. Played 37 career games against the Firebirds, 21 points in them. And he's in to take this face-off here in the offensive zone. 7 of 8 from the circle tonight. Colosimo gets waved out here. So Brady Smith to take over. Off the draw, Sema steps into a shot. That'll be absorbed there by Vicari. 9:49 here in the second. Just past the midway point. Every game in this season series so far has been a 1-goal contest. This one, the early exception. Well, there's still a lot of time. There's a Valeris shot nearly tipped into a scoring opportunity by Miroslav Shatan. Shatan pushes it in on the backhand. Gervais there to chase. Podrekar gets to it first. Gloved by Valeris. And the linesman will see this out at center ice because it was a hand pass from Valeris down to Gervais in the corner. 9.5 to go. So another fresh set of bodies here for both teams. We're seeing Kluche out with Klepov and Barabanov as the line shuffle continues here for the Spirit. Barabanov against Lombardi. The Spirit win it back. Jones in front of Shurigan. Back and forth with Harper. Now this is Barabanov. Twisting into the offensive zone. Barabanov into the left circle, then behind the goal line. Back in front. Harper, the shot fought off by Vicari. And a bounce off a couple of bodies afterwards. Kluche off the skate of Barabanov. He was looking for Harper. He'll have to come back to get it in his own end himself. Barabanov can't get past Lombardi with the puck. They steal. This will send Anderson back through. Aspinall back in front. Anderson takes it to the net and a skate blade save from Stepan Shurigan. Back in front, Lombardi. That hits Shurigan in the chest. Firebird still got it. Aspinall all the way up to the top of the zone. Skates over the blue line. Takes a shot. That hit Lombardi. Taken by Saginaw's Kluche. Not gotten out. Finally it rolls. Now to Allen on the near side. Into the glove. Off the glove of Stepan Shurigan. As Jones can't get it out, this will be turned back in by Ryland Cunningham. Levi Harper to drop it off for Saginaw's Jones. Off a skate, give it away. Dangerous area, Shurigan reels it in. Takes care of that one. Good bump, Barabanov to Kluche. He's got a step. This one taken back in the pass. Morgan's going to intercept from Klepov. Ivan Podrekar back in his own end. Up to Cunningham. Chipped up and into the seats, out of play, 8:01 to go. A little bit of a tense moment there. Loose puck right in between the face-off dots for Saginaw. The goaltender reaches out with the goal stick, makes a pretty nice play. But we've seen a lot of bouncing and rolling pucks in the defensive end for both teams here tonight.
Yeah, Shurigan with a unbelievable save. I mean, skate save, like you said, keeping Saginaw within 3 here. It's good to see him stay engaged and but keep Saginaw in it.
Looks like Anderson initially jammed that puck off the outside of the goal, maybe the goal post. Does come back through and hit Shurigan in the skate blade. And so it stays a 4-1 game. Turning puck at center. Harmer runs into some trouble. Brady Smith is offside. That'll be whistled down. 7:52 to go here in this second period. First goal in a Flint Firebirds uniform for Brady Smith. Coming over in a trade from the Sioux Greyhounds just a couple of weeks ago. That sent Jeremy Martin back the other way. Had a hat trick against Saginaw back on September the 20th as a member of the Firebirds, who are guilty of an icing here with 7:40 left in the period. Speaking of trades, it's been an interesting night in the OHL, or afternoon in the OHL for trades, and it's particularly interesting to both of these two teams. Ben Danford, Zach Sandu, now members of the Brantford Bulldogs, it was announced. Aiden O'Donnell, Lucas Moore, Luca Di Placido, and 9 draft picks go back the other way. It's a long list. It was a big trade, and it makes the Brantford Bulldogs that much better. A team who still has not lost in regulation this season, and a team that both Flint and Saginaw are going to see here this weekend. Flint gets them first. They get them on Saturday. Saginaw on Sunday at 5:30 here in this building. Blute off the face-off here for Xander Valeris. Put back in front off the stick of the goaltender. Chase Hull. Out off the wall. It'll roll. Liam Storch into the skates of Brady Smith, and then Carson Harmer, but not out. Hull swept to the net. Off some bodies and some sticks. Backhanded out by Trevor Thor to find Liam Storch. Moves to the middle. Carson Harmer back for Valeris, swinging a miss on the one-timer. Still loose in some skates, and the Firebirds get it out to center. Harper to Valeris. Carson Harmer. There for Colosimo back in the Flint end. Christian up the near side. Christian Colosimo lost the puck against Levi Harper. 3 Spirit players in close vicinity, so it's Hayden Bartz on the other end. Inside 7 to go here in the second. Bartz carries it over the line, hits after it himself. Back down below the goal line. Locks shoulders with Christian Colosimo. Brody Papoy for it in the near side corner. Kicked ahead, and this one bounces down now for Graziano. Stolen, though, by Sema. Can he keep it in front of him? Alex Kostoff on this for the Firebirds, who will clear, and that brings up an icing. Hayden Barnes to see that one, and not much room in this second period for a couple of teams that like to hold the puck in the offensive end. It's been on and off tape. There's not a lot of space once you've got it. There's a body right there every time.
Right, that's been the problem for both sides today, just establishing position with the puck in the offensive zone. It's just been north-south hockey.
Harper over James Go in the offensive end, right into the slot. Papoy backhands her. That goes up over the crossbar. Up at the point, deflected towards the Spirit bench. Levi Harper almost back into it. Now this is given away. Here comes Tessier, trying to shift wide on James Go. Tessier, a nice move. A good stick lift there by Go. Puck rolls to the corner. 2 Spirit players there. Go can stick for Tessier. Brody Papoy gets this off the glass and out to center. Komodowski with Sema right behind him. Dropped it off for Allen. Up the far boards, the outlet pass as he gets stepped into by Nick Sema, reeled in by Nathan Aspinall. He whips it in. Off the broken stick. There's Levi Harper. James Go skates around the shrapnel. It's that, a nice outlet pass. Gervais trying to find Kluche. Dancing puck in the circle. Dropped back. Marion Anderson there for Aspinall. Here come the Firebirds on the counterattack. Couldn't be gotten back in front of the Spirit net. Thanks to the skates of James Go. Kluche back on this for Saginaw. Over the line. Gotten back to him from Gervais. Not much in the way of numbers. Saginaw in the middle of the line change. This is Klepov. Turned around. Tries to stay with it. Pocket picked though by Jimmy Lombardi. Little friendly fire as Glavin and Bartz knock skates. This is Klepov. A nice move to spin in. Here he comes. Klepov towards the middle. Handcuff. Bartz can't get a shot off either. Backhanded in and gloved down by Podrekar. Off the wall, and it's icy. 4:48 here in the middle frame. 4-1 thanks to a Thibodeau penalty shot goal. We're back to Saginaw after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Chris Barrios to create your personal price plan today.
Hi, this is Liam Storch, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 4:48 left in the second period. A 4-1 lead for the Flint Firebirds. And Saginaw trying to get something going in the offensive end. Shots almost even here in the second period as well. 9-8 in favor of the Spirit. Klepov has broken through with assists to Levi Harper and Igor Barabanov. Barabanov's team leading 14th helper of the year. We'll talk with him coming up in the second intermission. This puck jammed back out and to the neutral zone. James Go off the wall. Klepov. Cross ice. Nearly hit another Firebird in the middle of the line change. This one swept in by Saginaw's Valeris. Bryson Morgan out of his own end. Angled back in by Josh Bonnyman. This is James Go. Off there by Bonnyman. A little flyby by Xander Valeris. Bonnyman. Goal line. Cunningham can't get it back in front. Taken away. Bluche backhands it to center. Easily gloved down by Bonnyman and turned back in. A hop in on the goaltender. Shurigan nearly lost it. As Colosimo was reaching in with the stick. 4:05 left in this period. Another close call. And it's been a night of bouncing pucks, near turnovers. Josh Colosimo trying to reach in there. Step on Shurigan again. .934 save percentage between his two games against Erie and Owen Sound over the weekend. 11 goals against the Flint Firebirds coming into tonight's game, though was pulled in the home opener. Now Trevor Thorne will have to take this face off against Colosimo. Miroslav Shatan waved out. More confusion here. And an offensive zone draw, one cleanly. Allen the shot, and that's a save right into the chest protector on Stepan Shurigan. Sporting the new mask here for the first time. His custom 63 goaltender's helmet. Had been using kind of the spare Spirit one while he was waiting for his to finish up being painted. Faceoff comes to his left. Won by Shatan. Storch can't get it out. Puck keeps bouncing. This one down below the Spirit goal line. Levi Harper. Turned over. Hull back up to the point. This is Allen. We'll keep it in. Graziano. Back to Allen. Walks to the board. Sweeps it back down. The battle in front continues. Hull taps it there. This is Kostov. Out the other side. Past Glavin. Kostov high. Near side. Graziano. The net is off. Graziano takes the shot anyway. And Josh Glavin wrapped up with one of the Firebirds in front. Looks like it is Josh Colosimo, and they let go eventually. 3:31 to go in the second. Josh Glavin, no stranger to dropping the gloves. We won't do it in this instance. We got the net put back on here in behind Stepan Shurigan. Stop and go here in this second period. And Graziano, the shot, just split second after the whistle there. May not have been able to see that the net was off, but an offensive zone face-off here for Flint regardless. Darian Anderson trying to get after Levi Harper here. Lombardi again on this puck. Podrekar. Back below the Spirit goal line. Anderson as Glavin holds one of the Firebirds up against the boards. Harper tries to do the same to Anderson, and Shatan can't come away with his puck. Storch can't get it out. Vondrakar down, Aspinall in the corner. Walking up high. Aspinall turns around, swept it over, right circle. Here's Lombardi, lots of room, takes it to the net. Shouldered there by Thoyer. He goes into the netminder. Lombardi does. No scoring opportunity there, and we get a stoppage. 2:55 to go. Lavin's in Darian Anderson's face. And we have the net dislodged again. And we'll drop it in the Spirit end one more time. I'm not sure if anybody saw, really, on the Spirit side of things, Lombardi through the goaltender. Everybody kind of looking the other way. Now it was after contact from Trevor Thoyer. But typically you might expect to see a little bit more after you make contact with the goaltender like that. Not the case here.
It's a good way to create offense. Obviously you got the whole Spirit defensive core, rotating upwards, leaves a forward down low on the far post and created a good chance for Flint there.
And Lombardi's been all over it here in this game. The shorthanded goal, 8-game point streak, 12 points in it. Been in the right place at the right time on a number of occasions here in this game. And another offensive zone face-off here for the Firebirds. Kostov can't get through Carson Harmer. Stick lift and a shot wide. Graziano. Kostov, the right point, saved by Shurigan, squeezes the knees together. Hangs on for another draw. Not much in the way of chaos afterward. 2:40 left in the period. Another face-off in the Spirit end. And not so busy a night in the OHL, only 4 other games. Busy in the NHL, and these two teams particularly interested in the San Jose Sharks matchup. A couple of alumni. Boys, that chance by Hall goes right off the goalpost. We'll get into the Spirit and Firebirds alums in a little bit. The Firebirds might not be done in the offensive zone. Brody Popoy trying to get out of a dangerous situation there against Thibodeau. This one on and off the stick of Carson Harmer. Vondrakar backhands it there for Graziano. Referee trying to get out of the way off the skate. So Brody Popoy's got it here. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the period, Graziano takes it out of the equation. High flip pass. Another breakaway here for Chris Thibodeau. And a pat save again by Stepan Shurigan. Dusts it off. Moves it there to Carson Harmer. Tries to find Popoy. Graziano cuts him off at the offensive blue line. Popoy can't touch the puck. This is Aspinall. Charging down the wing. Poked after by Hayden Barnes. Gets it to Thibodeau. Just disrupted by James Go. Gets a stick up high. Barabanov to find Popoy here. Popoy swept it in. Dryden Allen off the glass, out of the zone end. Icing wave down as Darian Anderson is there. It's the shoulder against Glavin. Anderson from below the net. Looks it there for Aspinall. Spun around by Barabanov. James Go now. We'll take it here for Saginaw. Outlet pass is picked up by Nikita Klepov. Down the wing and pushed in. Allen walks up there with Barabanov. Darian Anderson cross ice. Pass too far behind Nathan Aspinall. And so this is up and out of play on the clearing attempt. 1:04 left in this second period. Stays a 4-1 game, still 19 shots apiece. Shots brought to you by Frankenmuth Insurance and Saginaw Bay Underwriters. And had it not been for a couple of turnovers early in the first period, we could see a 1-goal game at this point.
Yeah, credit to Flint, though. I mean, they've created a lot of those turnovers and just playing really good defensively. Luca Graziano made a great play that probably went unnoticed, but I mean, he's on the right side of the puck and moving it up ice.
Third rounder of the Flint Firebirds back in 2023, Luca Graziano. Final 60 seconds of period 2. This goes off the glove of Barabanov. There's there for Zach Wilson. Pass back around, picked up by Nikita Klepov. Saginaw looking for a late one here to take into the intermission. Ivan Fellinger blows a tire back in behind the Firebird net. It's under him somewhere. Gervais looking for it. Dryden Allen. He can't move it. Finally, a whistle will go as it's somewhere underneath Ryland Fellinger, 30.1 left in the period. It's an awkward area to catch a rut like that. Went into the wall pretty hard. So Barabanov's going to stay on for this offensive zone faceoff. He and Gervais converse right now. A lot of conversation prior to this offensive zone faceoff. Gervais to take it. Barabanov in the shooting position. Off the tie-up. Klepov able to pull it out. Some help there from Barabanov, and it's wheeled back around. Nobody there on the far side boards. So Graziano clears this one again. It'll bounce wide of the net of Stepan Shurigan, so it does go down for an icing. Again, that high flip for Flint, that's worked a couple times in this game. Some breakaway stops for Stepan Shurigan. And this game continues its slow plodding pace here. And at the end of period 2. Firebirds win it back. Graziano off the wall. Jimmy Lombardi there again. The sweep back out for Aspinall does not connect. James Goh takes a hit. Moves the puck for Harper. Barabanov on this at center, and that's it. On the shoot-in from Klepov for the second period. Things still tight out there. 11 shots to 9 in favor of the Firebirds in that second period. They found the back of the net twice. Brady Smith and the penalty shot goal for Chris Thibodeau, but Saginaw on the board on a Nikita Klepov power play goal. Igor Barabanov had one of the helpers on that marker. We'll take a break. When we come back, it will be Igor Barabanov joining us from Ice Level. Back after this with the second intermission here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Enjoy the spirit of Frankenmuth and score big with your kids at the indoor water parks. The puck stops here in Funtown, where fan favorites include chicken and Christmas, but there's really so much more. Arcades, breweries, carriage rides, shopping, and pretzel rolling. Frankenmuth, where we leave the icing to the dessert. 800 Funtown. No matter how cold it is outside or in the hockey rink, there's loads of indoor fun waiting just down the road in Frankenmuth.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
News coverage.
As many as 800 people are feared dead in a deadly earthquake in eastern Afghanistan.
The Trump administration is looking to step up immigration enforcement in cities around the U.S.
Chicago is a hellhole right now.
Well, it's an invasion with U.S. troops.
News.
Gretchen Whitmer has scheduled a special election to fill the 35th district Senate.
Mike Pacigalupo entering a plea in the federal wire fraud case.
News coverage on WSGW. Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM WSGW.
In that middle frame, one for Saginaw, and with one of the assists on that goal, Igor Barabanov. He joins us now from Ice Level. Igor, this has been a pretty physical matchup so far this season. It's been a lot of entertaining hockey to watch up here, but just how tight are things out there right now?
Yeah, it's a hard team to play against, hard game. You know, they're physical. We probably should be more physical, but
yeah, we got to start playing better in the third.
You guys find the back of the net on the power play goal. You and Levi Harper moving things around to set up Nikita Klepov. Just how much of a boost was that for you guys?
Yeah, for sure was a boost in the moment because you always want to get the first one, and yeah, hopefully you can build off that in the third.
You see Dimas Jilkin drop the gloves after the collision on the far side boards. You guys have spent a lot of time together. Obviously, one of your closer teammates. Just what does it mean to see him kind of shed the mitts there in your favor?
Yeah, for sure. It means a ton to me. Have a guy, even he's a younger guy than me, and he sticks up for me. So it means a lot, and I'll do the same for him in that situation.
And you guys got 20 minutes here. You've manufactured a good amount of chances, but what's the thought process going into the third period to try and break through?
I think we got to be harder around the net. I think, like you said, we have chances, but to finish them off, capitalize, you got to be harder on pucks, and hopefully you get a couple in the third.
Igor, appreciate the time. Good luck in the third period.
Thank you.
That's Igor Barabanov looking to find the back of the net here. Saginaw has had their chances in that second period. Again, Barabanov, the assist on the only Saginaw goal, scored off the stick of Nikita Klepov. We'll take a break. We'll bring Brad Walsh back into things. Halloween here inside the Dow Event Center. Some highlights coming your way. Back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You really do get it all at Garber Midland. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see how you can get it all at Garber Midland at the corner of Saginaw and Eastman. See all our inventory online at garbermidland.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
At My Michigan Health, we are committed to our purpose of creating healthy communities together each and every day. It is an honor to serve our neighbors by improving access to care, investing in local organizations and initiatives, identifying and addressing the needs of our communities, and working alongside students seeking a future in healthcare. Together, we can build healthier communities for today and long into tomorrow. My Michigan Health, your go-to place. Learn more about us at mymichigan.org.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
Some highlights here. It was not a period short on scoring. Brady T. Smith, well, I don't have to call him that anymore because he's not a member of the Sioux Greyhounds with Brady R. Smith, but old habits die hard. And a little bit more puck luck in that second period to start things out for the Flint Firebirds. Smith, his second goal of the season, able to bank that off the skate of Stepan Shurigan in the back of the net. Spirit do find themselves on the power play, and Nikita Klepov from his office, the right wing circle on the man advantage, his 10th of the season. Barabanov and Levi Harper get the assists, but it was a penalty shot goal from Chris Thibodeau, able to move his way around Stepan Shurigan, his 4th goal of the season. That would make it 4-1 in favor of the visitors. That's where we currently stand. Shurigan was not done, though, in that period. A couple of major stops. This one having to stretch out with the left skate. It goes off the edge of the net, off the back of his skate as well. Shurigan, again, saw 11 shots in that period. And another big-time stop. That one probably the best of the hockey game so far as he denies Thibodeau on another point-blank opportunity with the left pad. Second intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. We mentioned the 11-9 shot advantage for Flint over Saginaw. The Spirit do break through on the power play at 1 for 3. They've surrendered a shorthanded goal in this game. Firebirds are 0 for 1 on the Dimas Jilkin penalty. We'll bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh. And Walshy, we were talking during the intermission. Not a ton of room out there. Pucks are not laying down. They're bouncing everywhere. It's been a little bit more of a chaotic hockey game. How do you kind of calm things down on the Saginaw side of things?
Well, nothing's smooth when you're playing a rival like Flint. It's going to be a grimy kind of hockey game, and things are going to just bounce the way they bounce. And for Saginaw, they definitely just got to keep the feet moving, try to get back on the power play where they've had some success, and close the gap here.
Well, we talked about that power play. The Spirit do find the back of the net, that Klepov goal on the power play. The puck movement leading into that. Textbook from Saginaw. Is it a sign of better things to come if they do find themselves back on the man advantage again?
I think so. I mean, once something goes right for you, you feel a little bit better about it the next time out. And, on the power play, they're fine. Once they get established in the offensive zone, they're fine. It's just, making those one or two things happen.
We've seen a couple of different line combinations, partially by necessity. Dimas Zhilkin picked up 17 minutes in penalties. He'll be back early on in this third period. That was a big loss for Saginaw in that second period, but it also caused the lines to be shuffled around a bit. From a player standpoint, I know you're a defenseman, but from a player standpoint, when you get mixed in with guys that you might not spend as much time with, how different does it feel and what can it open up?
It's definitely different. I mean, you go a handful of games playing with one guy, you know what they're going to do. They know what you're going to do. And when you switch it up, it can be refreshing. And that's why coaches do it. I mean, obviously you're down 4-1. You mix the lines up a little bit and you realize, I need to do this because if so-and-so's not here right now, I need to do this, or maybe I need to do less of that and fill a void that, you're not accustomed to doing shift in and shift out. So, that's why coaches do it. They switch it up, and, you spend minutes playing with each other in practice. So, you know what people are good at.
On the Flint side of things, one line that's been together pretty much this entire hockey game, their top line, Nathan Aspinall, Jimmy Lombardi, Darian Anderson. Every time there is a loose puck and they are on the ice, it seems like they're the ones that are going to come away with it. Just how much power does that Flint top line have right now?
It's impressive. I mean, we saw from the jump that they kind of make that team go, and they do all the little things right. And, even their top four defensemen, they play hockey the right way, and they make it tough to play against. Obviously, one goal for Saginaw is not what we're used to seeing going into a third period. I mean, high-octane offense, skilled guys, but Flint's doing a really good job shutting them down.
And for the Spirit here coming out in this start of this third period again, they won't have Zhilkin right away. They'll get him back at some point. We've seen spurts of kind of the brilliance in the offense trying to break through. But again, what's going to be the difference maker? If you can boil it down to one thing for Saginaw here in this third period.
Just work ethic. I mean, that's what it takes in a 4-1. You're down 3 goals. You got to outwork Flint in your own building and close the gap here and make it interesting.
Down by 3, Saginaw 4-1 here against the Flint Firebirds. We take another break, close out this intermission with your out-of-town scoreboard, and then it's back for the third here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Kathy Taffel to create your personal price plan today.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today, the disability experts in your community.
When you're ready for checking that earns interest and gives you perks, Merc Perks Plus from Mercantile Bank is here. With a competitive interest rate and perks like travel services, cashback rewards, and identity protection, Merc Perks Plus has everything you need for your busy lifestyle. Merc Perks Plus also offers discounts on consumer loans and access to almost 40,000 fee-free MoneyPass ATMs. So when you're ready for perks, Merc is here. Learn more at mercbank.com/mercperksplus. Member FDIC.
This is Josh Glavin, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Series looking to take a stranglehold on it here. You cannot win the Coors Light I-75 Divide Cup with just 4 wins. It's one of the drawbacks to an 8-game season series, but still, it would put the Spirit in quite the hole. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Meanwhile, here, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. 2-1. We've got a couple of more goals to talk about here between the Sarnia Sting and the Barrie Colts. Beckham Edwards and Cameron O'Coin, 7th and 4th goals of the year. Joe Solano, the only goal back for the Barrie Colts. We mentioned Brantford. Barrie beat them in overtime last night. The Bulldogs still have not lost the game in regulation this year. So the Colts did give them a run for their money last night. 3-2 Erie over the Guelph Storm. Ethan Miedema, a pair of goals. Those are the only markers for Guelph. Dylan Edwards, Tristan Trevino, and McLean Agrette, the 3 Erie tallies. 1-0 North Bay over the Sioux right now. That game in the second period right now. North Bay a 17-6 shot advantage in the middle frame. Kent Greer, the only goal of that contest right now. They're up 1-0. And 5-1, the London Knights over the Peterborough Petes right now as they make their way into period 3. Evan Van Gorp, Caleb Mitchell, Ben Wilmot, and a pair of Henry Brustevich goals against one for Adam Levac of the Peterborough Petes. That's in the second intermission heading into the third period right now. Take a look at our Western Conference standings here. As for Saginaw, this is game 15 out of 68. Things are starting to sift out a little bit. We see the upper level teams kind of break away a little bit. Windsor's got 5 points on the Owen Sound attack right now against Saginaw. 2 wins against those 2 teams just to close out the weekend, but that feeling like a long time ago right now. Down 4-1 to Flint. They'll see Windsor again on Saturday, so there's no getting away from it. Saginaw and Flint shaking out down towards the tail end of the playoff performers. Sarnia and Erie on the outside looking in. And as far as the out-of-town scoreboard goes at the National Hockey League level, no Zane Parekh for the Calgary Flames here tonight. He is a healthy scratch, sitting at 9 games in the NHL this year. Make of that what you will. Michael Misa on the shelf as well for the San Jose Sharks. He sits at 6 games right now in the Spirit. Again, there's no telling exactly what the future holds for those 2 teams. They'd like to have both of those players here in this matchup, but that's where they're at right now. No score as the Devils and the Sharks do battle at 10 o'clock tonight. 2-1 Calgary up over the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa. We'll take a break. When we come back, third period coming your way. Second intermission, 4-1 Flint over Saginaw. We're back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You're looking for a better price on a better car, so dare to be different. Get to Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw, the only Hyundai dealer in the Great Lakes Bay region. See why Hyundai is so much better. Garber's certified factory-trained technicians, knowledgeable parts staff, and dedicated sales team will keep you coming back to Garber Hyundai. You really do get it all at Garber. Dare to be different. Choose better at Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw. Online, garberhyundai.com.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit!
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
Now, a WSGW Morning Team memorable moment.
It's being called one of the world's
highest speeding fines ever, about $212,000 for this speeding infraction. This is in Finland. How does that happen? This guy is 76 years old, by the way. He's a multi-millionaire businessman. Fines for traffic infringements in Finland are based on the severity of the offense and also the offender's income. Police can check instantly the income of whomever they're trying to check on because they have connecting via their smartphones to the central taxpayer database. That's kind of interesting. Now, what if we applied that here in this country?
Fines based on income.
Yeah. I mean, if this were me, I'm guessing I'd owe like maybe $1.25. It could be beneficial.
The Morning Team, 5:30 to 9 on WSGW. This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
A 3-0 lead in the season series between Flint and Saginaw. The Spirit do not want to fall behind at 4 games to none. 10th Coors Light I-75 Divide Cup. Remember, there was no series. There was no season in 2020-2021 between these two teams. The Firebirds have claimed it 3 times. Its first 2 years in 2016 and 2017. Then again in 2022, 6 for the Saginaw Spirit, including 3 straight, 2023, 24, and 25. That is very much in jeopardy right now if the Spirit don't get things going in this season series. 6-5 overtime loss in this building on September the 20th. 5-4 in Flint on October the 18th, and then the shootout loss last time these two teams were here. So a bit of a bad taste in their mouth, but the biggest thing is they were all 1-goal games. This one right now, a 3-goal deficit. Saginaw trying to make up. There you see Nikita Klepov just named to the CHL USA Prospects Challenge roster. 14 CHL. The Spirit are without Ryan Hanrahan, who was at the U17 World Challenge with Team Canada White. They'll start pre-tournament action tomorrow against the United States in Nova Scotia. But the Spirit looking for offense. They'll try to get it from anywhere. James Go, again, we talked about his season series last year against Flint. 9 points in 8 games. Looking for some offense here as they go into this third period down a trio of goals. A little bit of extra time here. As we mentioned, it is Halloween. The Halloween celebration here inside the Dow Event Center. So the costume parade took a little bit longer. They want to give the ice another few moments to solidify and let everything freeze up. So Brad Walsh, as we get set for third period action, we talked about it a little bit at the tail end of that second intermission. We asked what Saginaw needs to do, and just to kind of tighten things up here to start the third. For the Flint Firebirds to guide things into port, what's a perfect third period for Flint right now?
Well, I'd say don't be complacent, obviously, but gosh, I mean, just keep your foot on the gas, keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they're playing, they're executing some good defensive hockey, and you know, you don't want to get too casual and start trying some things, and Saginaw could burn you real quick.
Harmer, Gervais, and Kluche to start the face-off at center here for the third period. Dimas Yilkin is back near the playing surface. He starts out in the penalty box. We are at 5-on-5, and there's a steal. Gervais gets hit by Graziano. But he gets the puck out to center. Hull takes the shoulder from Gervais and pushes it back in, looking for Kostov. Offside as it grazes the skate of Thibodeau. So the face-off to come back out at center ice. Saginaw will get Dimas Yilkin back soon. Not a moment too soon here as they look for some offense. Spirit prospect Jensen Geldart found some offense earlier this week. GOHL prospect of the week in Chatham with a couple of goals. We'll tip a little bit of a cap there to Geldart. Gervais down the left side is shouldered by Komodowski. Allen chips it back up. Firebirds move out. Thibodeau just has to wave back. He locks up there with Josh Glavin as he left the puck behind. Glavin back around. James Go. Up looking for Jacob Klutze at the red line. Just inside. Cuts parallel to the blue line. Tries to slip one on through for Xander Valeris. Bouncer off the wall. Sema has to get away from the sliding Barabanov. as they're losing edges all over the place. This is Aspinall on the counterattack. Dropped it back. Anderson right towards the net. That one poked away by the goaltender, Shurigan. Sema back out at center. Finally pulled back out of the pile from Anderson. A couple of grade A scoring chances here in this game. As Aspinall pushes it back in, step on Shurigan there. Quick tap. Levi Harper. Jammed up as they exit the zone. This is Barabanov. Long shot back in. And it'll bring up an icing. She was well shy of the red line. 18:21 to go in this third period. And again, it's been anything but a clean game as we got guys sliding all over the place. Barabanov coming back and taking out Nick Sema's skates. There's quite a bit to play through here in the third period.
Yeah, nothing crisp. And, OHL hockey gets that way. It's not always going to be a pretty clean game, and this is one of them.
A lot of learning going on right there. Sema to take this defensive zone draw against Josh Colosimo. Sema just like to get things going. Colosimo puts it back to the wall. Smith and then back to the point. That shot ricocheted on its way through. Rolling out of the corner, Tessier. That shot rides up the equipment of Nick Sema. Tessier fires it back in. Smith as they keep it alive. Josh Colosimo goes back around. Brady Smith, then Graziano. Trying to push it in front. This one off a couple of skates for Nikita Klepov. Quickly surrounded by Firebirds, so back in behind the Flint net. Nick Sema put it in front. Barabanov takes the check there from Colosimo before he can get the shot away. Firebirds will throw this back up to center. Out of the skates of Tessier, Bartz for Klepov. Cross corner dump it. Sema, good bounce, sweeps it there, and out the other side. Barabanov off the leg. This is Bodyman. Here into the neutral zone, pushes it back in behind Zach Wilson. Wilson's got it here. Thrown back down the left side and in behind the Flint goal. This is Allen. Storch in hot pursuit. Ryland Cunningham gets it back out to neutral ice. James Go to retrieve. Near side, Brody Popoy. Speed down the wing. Cutting towards the middle. That shot's off the catching glove of Vakari. Popoy hauled down. Miroslav Shatan on this. Bounces it back up to the point. Lavin wanted the return. Instead, it's down for Popoy. With Allen on him, Shatan in there reaching Bryson Morgan as well. Shatan trying to use that 6'7" frame to keep things alive. Pass Brody Popoy. Storch has it. Walks out. Turnaround shot stopped by Vakari. Popoy can't get loose. Morgan and Allen put him into the wall. This is Miroslav Shatan. Popoy. 2 against 2. The battle continues in this near side corner. It's somewhere in between the skate of Morgan and the boards. Finally, it comes out. Komodowski to it there. Cut off on the outlet there from James Go. Brody Popoy's got to catch this puck as it comes back down from midair. Cunningham cut off there by James Go. Spirit sneak a line change. Storch back in behind the net now. A lot of time in the offensive zone. Will it pay off as Storch gets hounded right now by Dryden Allen? This is backhanded out here by the Firebirds, Ryland Cunningham. No icing. After nearly a full minute in the offensive zone for the Spirit. James Go angled this back in off the tape of Gervais. Hit on Colosimo. Carson Harmer now. Drops it back off for Gervais. In front for Kluche. The bang-bang play out the other side. Levi Harper. Shot gets blocked. Loose puck at center for Xander Valeris. Kluche back in. This is Kostov. Off the glass. Kicked out past Kluche. Reeled in by Saginaw's Harper out the other side. Gervais at the boards, near side. Kluche's got some room, takes a shot. A pad save by Vakari with Harmer in front. Valeris lets another one go. That's tipped by Harmer and out of play. 15-12 left in this third period and a little bit more. Right next to that goal post of Mason Vakari. Kluche tying up on a linesman right now. He'll cruise right on through that blue paint. Kluche's trying to get his glove back here. 15-12 left in the third period. Some better scoring opportunities coming together here for Saginaw. They're putting the long work in through some long shifts in the offensive end. We'll see if it pays off as time goes by. Demon Jilkin back on the ice now for Saginaw.
Yeah, that was a couple positive minutes for Saginaw, and the defensemen being more aggressive, pinching on pucks. You got to when you're down 3 goals, but successful.
Dracar back in behind the Flint net, but it's a takeaway from Klepov there. Barabanov can't keep it alive. Gets it back from Klepov at the line, and a backhanded dump in off the boards. Jilkin in pursuit of Dracar. This is Graziano here for Flint. Anderson, then Aspinall back out at center. They hit the Spirit blue line. Aspinall driving wide again. Pass is cut off by Klepov. 2 Firebirds right towards him. Graziano steps in front of Klepov, and this puck wheels back around. Aspinall gets into the hands of Harper. Anderson's cut off by Josh Glavin. Nathan Aspinall at center. Back for Komodowski. With Jilkin all over him. Lombardi off some skates. Barabanov trying to pick things up, and the rim back up to the left point. Josh Glavin can't hold it. Aspinall taken into the boards by Saginaw's go. And Shurigan to tap it there for Josh Glavin. Just about 6 minutes gone here in the third. Barabanov shifts his way into the offensive end. Points in 5 straight now for Igor Barabanov. Had the right idea on that pass. Nobody home, though, for the Spirit. Josh Glavin's got to cut it off at center. Seaman's going to try to run through Testa. Tessier, rather. This is off the near side boards. Komodowski for Josh Colosimo. Cross-ice pass, Dryden Allen. Off the wall looking for Tessier. Gets a fortunate bounce off the skates of Wilson. Tessier driving wide, swept back in front. Near side off the wall. Colosimo. Sharp angle try off the outside of the net. Miroslav Shatan. Outlet pass for Klepov. Back to Shatan. Skate to stick into the offensive end. Shatan to the circle. Curls back into the skates of Wilson. Bouncing puck, can't get a shot away. This is taken here by Popoy. Brody Popoy in the circle. Taken down. Pushes things ahead. Christian Colosimo up for Smith. And it's on the stick of Barch. Wilson's got to move over and fire it back in from center red. Christian Colosimo back around. Wilson's got to hop off here. No icing, inside 13 to go in regulation. Valeris sandwiched. Mason Morgan kept it alive for the Firebirds. Valeris pocket picked here by Cunningham. Taking it to the net. Save made by Shurigan as both players slide back in behind the Spirit goal line. Barch off a glove. Carson Harmer can't settle it down on the far wall. Morgan dropped back for Ryland Fellinger. Firebirds navigate this up the near sideboards. Bonnyman out to center. Sliding Harper trying to make that play. This puck back into the air. Turning puck for Carson Harmer. Drop back. Luce's got a room and the shot goes off the leg. Gets it back. Luce can't get a rebound on net. That shot goes wide. Morgan from back behind the Flint net. Fellinger up looking for Bonnyman. This one's angled back out. Another regroup here for the Spirit in their own end. Josh Glavin. Angled in by Harper. Dracar, then Graziano's. The Firebirds look to get out of their own end. Kostov, just in front of the penalty box, fires it back around. Luce taken into the boards by Chase Hull. Thibodeau on the puck. Glavin on Thibodeau. Nice pass around there, Harmer. And Gervais and Cloutier. He'll open up some room, then go back into the circle for Levi Harper. The bouncing puck move to the wall. Jones from center. Cloutier push back in ahead of Gervais. This is Urban Dracar on him here for Flint. Drop back off the boards is reeled in by Alex Kostov. Backhanded in deep. Step on Shurigan. Out to play it and drop things off for Graydon Jones. Trevor Thoyer. And a takeaway here for Flint. That one ramps off a body and comes down right in front of the Spirit bench. Aspinall, heavy shoulder there from Trevor Thoyer. Dryden Allen again. This one gloved down by Lombardi, and it cost Nick Seema his stick there for a second. Dryden Allen off the boards. Let's go down here for an icing. 10.5 left in this third period. 4-1 Flint. Things cautious right now in the third period. We're back to Saginaw after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
In hockey, every play counts, and retirement's no different. At McIntosh and Associates, we're your financial line mates, helping you skate through the tough stuff. Taxes, healthcare, income planning, and more. You bring the goals. We'll help set up the assist. Schedule your visit at wealthmichigan.com or call 989-692-2200. Retirement made clear. With a team that plays to win.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 4-1 Flint, the lead over Saginaw. 10:33 left in this third period. 5-1 for the Spirit here in this third period. Chances have been fewer and further between. Out of the defensive zone. Firebirds see this stolen by Zilkin. They quickly tap it down the other way. From the goal stick of Shurigan, this is Levi Harper. Off the stick of Zilkin. Maybe not, as this will be whistled down on an icing. 10:14 to go here in period 3. Zilkin looking to make up for a little bit of lost time here after 17 minutes in penalties. The 2-5-10 on the instigator for that scrap earlier with Graziano. Oddly enough, his first career hat trick on Sunday against Windsor. Would have expected that maybe have happened a little bit earlier, the way that kid puts pucks in the back of the net. This is Aspinall back in behind the Spirit goal. Trying to walk in front, nearly lost an edge. Aspinall has Barabanov on him. Anderson back in behind the Spirit net. Aspinall still trying to walk out in front. Harper closes him off on the boards. Harper from skate to stick, then back up at center. Near side, this is Klepov, left it behind. And Lombardi again from his own zone. Quadrakar back around, knocked down by Lombardi. Cross-ice pass, he wanted Aspinall to skate into that. Too far ahead of him. So Xander Valeris takes over here for the Spirit. Going back in, they have glanced off of Nick Seema on its way in. Kamenowski there first for Flint. Chris Thibodeau, cut off by Seema. Bouncer right in front of the benches. Off the stick of Glavin, Firebirds turn it back in. Chase Hall right to it. Dropped it back in front. Valeris the soft play to get it away from Thibodeau. Short lay, the puck and the Spirit are out of danger. This is Papoy. Seema calling for it. Papoy takes this shot. Right off the mask of the goaltender, stays in play. Seema, circle, Shatan, that one stopped, but the rebound comes right back to him. And another save by Vakari again. And Shatan a little bit more after from George Kamenowski. 8:54 left in the third. A few more scoring chances here for the Spirit. Vakari holding the door shut.
Yeah, Saginaw doing what they need to do. Just keep zipping pucks on net and crash the net for a rebound. I mean, Flint's done such a great job of just clogging the entire game up. Can't really get anything going.
Gervais on for this offensive zone face-off here for the Spirit against Kostov. And Gervais is going to get waved out early. Want it back now to Graydon Jones. Point shot, stopped by Vakari right on, he hangs on. 8:37 to go. Vakari, the story of this game for the Flint Firebirds. Chris Thibodeau as well on the shootout goal. Had a number of grade A scoring chances. Nathan Aspinall still seeking that 100th career OHL point as he sits at 99. On a rolling puck there. Jones can't keep it in. Kostov can't shake wide on Harmer. He's got it down the left wing with a lot of speed. Kostov cuts up and he scores. Alex Kostov slams the brakes. Lets one go over the glove of Stepan Shurigan. 8:21 to go in the third period. 5-1. Flint Firebirds have the lead.
Well, Kostov there, a recipient of just zero pressure defensively. Slams on the brakes and looked like one of those goals you score on NHL EA Sports. Slam on the brakes and just put it on net.
Shurigan gets a piece, not enough. 8:21 left. And you're right, he makes the most of that space there. Team leading 7th goal of the season for Alex Kostov. Scored the shootout winner against the Spirit 2 weeks ago. Puck up the far wall, looking for a response here is Thoyer. Shot towards the net, loose in the pads. And Popoy knocked down by Christian Colosimo. After the fact, 8:01 to go here. A little bit of a crowd, but not much after. And the traffic in front, no problem for Mason Vicari there. Storchline is out right now with Trevor Thoyer and Brody Popoy. He's on faceoff taken here by Flint. Fellinger up the near side. This is held in by Liam Storch and put underneath. Colosimo there with Popoy. Trevor Thoyer tries to pull that puck out 2 against 2 in the corner. Puck not moving very far. Finally back around. Darian Anderson on this here. Day of rest tomorrow for the Spirit. But the task does not get any easier. Windsor on Saturday. Brantford on Sunday. Xander Valeris up the near wing. This is ramped in and out of play off the stick of Thoyer. Flint has the inverse. Brantford Saturday, Windsor Sunday. And again, they'll be the first ones to see the new look Brantford Bulldogs with Ben Danford and Zach Sandu into the fold. These two teams won't see each other again until after Thanksgiving, November the 26th in Flint. And it's at just about a once-a-month clip till the end of the year. January 9th, February 11th. Firebirds won't be back in this building until March the 14th to close out the season series, which right now sits at 3-0 in favor of the Firebirds. And a high percentage chance that number increases to 4 in the next 7 minutes or so. Barabanov for Klepov. Would like to rewrite that script. Cuts into the circle. And a backhander up high looking for Zhilkin. Doesn't find anybody. Dima Zhilkin, dish off there for Barabanov. Tries to get away from Lombardi. This is back in behind the Flint net. Zhilkin rims it back up. Left point. James Go. And Zhilkin. That's Graziano all over him. Off the boards, held there by Go. Bouncer off the puck, played by the high stick from Graziano. Wilson gets a hack there from Aspinall. Keeps things alive. Big time collision. Zhilkin runs into Chris Thibodeau. Gives the head a shake, makes sure the helmet's back on. Saginaw goes for a partial line change. The Firebirds get this bouncing puck out to center. Zach Wilson, pass looking for Popoy. Disrupted, but he got it to Nick Sema. Swept in front, nobody there. Komodowski off the glass and out. Chris Thibodeau gloves it down. Moves things in with speed, dropped it off. Kostov left wing circle, that one up high, and a save made by Shurigan on a chance that looked pretty similar to the one that found the back of the net there from Alex Kostov. 5:49 left in the third. 5-1 Firebirds. We're back to close things out here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber Ford is proud to serve Bay City with the same customer service the Great Lakes Bay region has come to expect since 1907. Our Ford team of experts you know and trust are dedicated to making your experience even better. And your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at Garber Ford. Come see us in Bay City at the intersection of Euclid, Wilder, and Better. Online at GarberFordBayCity.com.
Hi, this is Graydon Jones, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 5:49 here in regulation. A 5-1 lead for the Flint Firebirds. Saginaw, the 28-23 shot advantage. Looking at 9-4 clip here in the third, but Alex Kostov has the only marker here in regulation period number 3. Defensive zone face-off one here by the Spirit. Up to Brody Papoy. Cunningham cuts that pass off, looking for Levi Harper. His scoring streak extends to a 4th game for the rookie blue liner. Miroslav Shatan shoulders there with Christian Colosimo. This is Bryson Morgan taking a hit from Nick Sema. Another corner battle where really most of this game has taken place, it seemed. In along the wall, in the corner, back behind the net. Plays have been forced to the outside on a routine basis as finally this puck comes out. After the battle, Sema. Now Brody Papoy on the steal. Turnaround shot off bodies in front, loose in the paint. Bakari's on top of it again. And a little bit extra for Jacob Kluche from Colosimo. And Papoy shaking the gloves with Ryland Cunningham. We're not going to see anything, though. Here inside 5 to go in regulation. We'll see line changes for both teams, though. Another scoring chance that sees Spirit bodies in the blue paint. Can't get the bounce that they need, though. As Vakari's having a conversation with the referee Curtis Pear right now. Probably not thrilled with the amount of contact he's taken in this game. Gervais against Kostov again in the dot. Gervais for Kluche. Moved quickly to James Go. Harmer trying to go back to Go, but he wasn't exactly where Harmer thought he would be. So it's back in the Saginaw zone again. James Go angled back in by Gervais. Podrekar gets to it first for Flint. Fakes the move away from Harmer. This is back on the stick of Thibodeau, but quickly off. Kluche could not touch it. He didn't. After Valeris whacked it in with one hand. Pops off the stick of Chase Hall. Icing beaten out here as there's Chris Thibodeau. Chase Hall. Dropped it back for Thibodeau. Knocked away from him by Sema. James Go. Moves away and finds Gervais. Carson Harmer now over the line. Kluche with some room. Snaps a shot that gets blocked. Down to 4 minutes left in regulation. Spirit trail by 4. Wilson tried to slide that one along the blue line, but it came back out, and Hayden Bartz has to wheel that one off the wall. Firebirds got away with an extra body there for a split second. Darian Anderson on this, and then it's Aspinall. Put back in through the blue paint, out the other side. Liam Stortz off of Kluche. Ryan Allen turning puck back, handed in by Saginaw's Kluche. He turns for the bench. Aspinall. Just the short angle there. Darian Anderson up through center. Brody Papoy looking for Liam Stortz. He's cut off. Papoy again. Out of the right wing corner, trying to shrug off Jimmy Lombardi. A couple of players go down. They pop right back up. Papoy keeps right on moving. Gets drilled there. Awkward check from Ryland Fellinger. Papoy's back up. Colosimo's going to put Stortz into the wall. And this is Glavin. Levi Harper into the circle. Wheels around. Keeps it going. Harper now to the right dot. Down to the goal line. Behind the net. Wrap around. Loose in the blue paint. Goes off some skates. It's under Bakari and out the other side. Levi Harper, the steal in the neutral zone. He's got to wait for his teammates to tag up. Lombardi runs after him. So does Colosimo. 2.5 to go in this third period. Shurigan there for Glavin, then Barabanov. Tense moment there as Colosimo was in on the forecheck. Barabanov's got it. Cross ice. Klepov drops it back. Braden Jones' a shot blocked. Valeris on the rebound. That one just off the tip of Bakari's glove. Jones for Valeris. Back in, Josh Colosimo. And around for Tessier, kept in by Saginaw's Jones. We'll see some more collisions here at the tail end of the third period. This is Brady Smith, 1 goal already tonight Cutting inside on Valeris, and a stick save by Shurigan, and Smith a little bump for the Spirit. That minor as Klepov has this back the other way. Klepov drilled, yard sale there. There's a couple of Firebirds go down as well. Wilson D-to-D for Hayden Barch. And the pass back in doesn't find anybody in white, so it's down on an icing here with 1:40 left in this third period.
I think that, the biggest glaring difference is just zone entries right now. Flint is coming into the zone very comfortably, and just like last shift you saw, Flint's given no space to the Saginaw forwards at the blue line, closing the gap.
Ryland Cunningham shakes back and forth. Morgan. Now this is Wilson here for the Spirit. Out of his own end, a turning puck. Can't be settled down by Barabanov. Hayden Barch looking for Wilson. Trouble on the exchange. Zilkin put into the boards by Cunningham. Out for Barch. Barabanov. That pass was high. Takes a right turn, though, and rolls towards the goaltender. Firebird defenders will see this back out to center here in the final 60 seconds of this one.
1 minute left in the period.
Brody Popoy cutting towards the middle. Lost the puck in his stick. Josh Colosimo saw to that. This will bounce back in here for Glavin. Miroslav Shatan on this puck from center. Brody Popoy keeps it alive. Stolen here. Tessier back the other way. He's met by Saginaw's Valeris. Tessier sends it back in behind the goal now. It'll be 7 of the last 8 for the Flint Firebirds. 7-2-1-0 in the month of October, as we've got a bit of a jam up on the near side with Glavin and Tessier and Colosimo. Nick Sema wanted to give off. Nobody was there but the linesman. Final seconds of this one. 4 wins in the season series for the Flint Firebirds. Mason Vicari, 29 saves on 30 shots. And some parting words between some Spirit and Firebird players, but that's it on this Thursday night. 5-1 the final. They gather around their goaltender. Josh Bonnyman is first in the OHL. Jimmy Lombardi continues the scoring streak. Chris Thibodeau and Alex Kostov continue to torture the Spirit here this season. Their winning streak ends at 3. 5-1 the final score. A day of rest tomorrow for the Spirit. Windsor on Saturday, Brantford on Sunday. The inverse of that, Brantford tomorrow for the Flint Firebirds at home. They are in Windsor on Sunday, but they're going to celebrate this win right now. We'll take a break. Post-game here, your 3 stars. Take a look at the rest of the road ahead for the Saginaw Spirit. We're back after this post-game coverage here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
At Dow, we believe performance starts long before the whistle blows. It begins in the lab, where science meets sport. From apparel to playing surfaces to gear, we create cutting-edge materials that help drive high performance from lab to stadium. Because in sports, just like in science, every second counts. And every material matters. Dow, at the intersection of sport and science. Learn more at dow.com/sports.
This is Christiana Malagata, your host of That's What She Said. This week, I'm talking with a woman who knows how to take inspiration from others and pass it on to the next generation. Sabrina Fung talks about working in STEM, adapting to new situations, and the power of positivity. Tune in.
That's What She Said with Christiana Malakata. Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday evenings at 6 on WSGW and online at WSGW.com.
Hi, this is Joe, and this week on Generating Gratitude, Corey Thompson, the clinical director for Pleasant Psychology, talks about the mental health of kids and adolescents in a very important conversation. Plus, I'll list the benefits of gratitude, all coming up on Generating Gratitude.
Generating Gratitude, Saturday mornings at 7 and Sunday evenings at 5 on WSGW and online at WSGW.com.
Lost the football. Saginaw Valley strips it. Terrence Brown with the strip and the recovery of the fumble for Saginaw Valley. McKenzie's got the first down. He's still on his feet. Here goes Mason McKenzie. He will take it all the way. Touchdown.
This is JJ Bain. Join us this Saturday as SVSU travels to Davenport. Game day coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. Join us on WSGW 100.5 FM or online at WSGW.com.
Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Center, a 5-1 final score on this Thursday night. The Flint Firebirds take their 4th win over Saginaw this season. Busier in the first 2 periods than we were in the third, but we do have some highlights here for you at the end of 60 minutes. Alex Kostov scored the shootout winner last time he was in this building. He plays hero for Flint again here in this game. So does Mason Vicari. Spirit outshot the Firebirds 11-5 in that third period. They had a couple of surges where they looked like they could make things interesting. Miroslav Shatan gets a couple of good looks here. 2 more saves by Mason Vicari. He will end the night with 29 stops. Alex Kostov, the stop and shoot from the left circle past the glove of the Spirit netminder Stepan Shurigan. That would be the dagger in the third period. No more goals after that. Couple of really good scoring opportunities, though. Again, Levi Harper continuing to turn things in the offensive end. He's unable to beat the goaltender, and that would be at a 5-1 final score, though the scoring opportunities would continue. Take a look at our final stats brought to you by Raymond. 30-24, Saginaw, the shooting advantage. They go 1 for 3 in the power play. They blank Flint's power play. That was 11th in the OHL right now. We see the only Alex Kostov goal in that third period. 5-1 the final score. One more time back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Brad Walsh, and Walsh, a frustrating third period for Saginaw. Pucks wouldn't lay down. You mentioned the zone entries being maybe the biggest challenge for Saginaw in this game.
Yeah, I think tonight, the story of it was Flint kind of dominated the neutral zone, and Saginaw couldn't get in clean, and without speed or outlets, there's really nothing they could do to get their game going, and that's in the offensive end.
Puck battles on the wall, a lot of gritty play, a lot of scrums in tight areas, and the larger bodies kind of came through for the Flint Firebirds.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. You can see why their record is the way it is. I mean, they're big and strong, and don't they don't really let the other team get going offensively. They just clogged up the ice, and that's a good road win for Flint.
7-3-1-0 for the Flint Firebirds in the month of October. They'll turn the calendar. They'll get ready for Brantford and Windsor. Let's take a look at our 3 stars of tonight's game, brought to you by Applebee's. We mentioned the goaltending. What else do we got here, Walchie?
Well, Klepoff there with a clapper on the peeper. Great goal there, and Jimmy Lombardi played outstanding. A lot of speed, a lot of willing to go to the net, and Mason Vicari, he played well for the shots he did see. He solid.
29 saves in this game. Vicari continues to hold down the fort for the Flint Firebirds. Came into this contest with a .918 save percentage, 3rd best in the OHL. You better believe he's going to be moving up the list after this performance tonight. Your 3 stars of the game brought to you by Applebee's. Klepov, Lombardi, Vicari, 3-2-1. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here, or the Applied Innovation look ahead. We'll deal with the out-of-town scoreboard later on. The road ahead for Saginaw doesn't get any easier. Windsor Saturday at home. Education Appreciation Night with Northwood University. Sunday, 5:30 against the somewhat new-looking Brantford Bulldogs for Robotics Night with Hemlock Semiconductor. Then it's a little bit of a home-and-home. On the road, Friday night in Kitchener, they come back home. A Saturday against the North Bay Battalion, the battalion's only trip here to the Dow Event Center this season. You can catch all those games on WSGW and, of course, right here on Flow Hockey. Your Applied Innovation look ahead here, the next 4 for the Saginaw Spirit. 3 games in 4 days. This one doesn't go quite their way. A day to regroup, recalculate, and get ready, because Windsor and Brantford coming to town this weekend. For Brad Walsh, for everybody in our production room, Andy Harrington running the ship, my name's Dylan Clark. Thanks so much for being with us tonight, everybody. 5-1 the final score. Good night, Saginaw. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You've been listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Chet's Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. All season long, the Spirit play on WSGW 100.5 FM and online WSGW.com. We now return to regular programming on WSGW.